Let me tell you, against all popular allegations, I am indeed not a femboy. Hey, wake up, sheepies! Get off the grill. Get. How are you guys doing today? You want to listen to the TikTok of my brain going on? 55%. Dang, there's a lot of achievements in Finding Device. I don't remember there being that much. That's a lot of achievements. The femboy capping? No, chat. Look, I have manly hobbies, right? Where's your favorite catchphrase then? Watch this. Hey, yo, it's me, yo boy. I'm here to bring you the art. Minecraft. Today's Minecraft McFriday. There's like 65? Dang. Still a lot. Manly hobbies such as drawing cute girls and cooking. Don't forget cooking. Cooking is a very manly hobby. Let's be honest. Every girl likes a man that could cook. You know? Sitting cross-legged? Okay. That one's more comfortable. 640? Dang. That's a lot. I can't believe how deep you are in the binding of Isaac. Don't forget the dances. Yeah, and dancing and singing. Let's be honest. Okay, question chat. What would be considered manly hobbies? Okay? Exactly. Huh? Everything that's on Twitch TV would not be considered manly at all. In other words, if I'm not a man, nobody's a man. Especially on Twitch. Today, one of my first playthrough was the Forgotten Agreed run. Ooh, that sounds like fun. But let me go ahead and get my references ready and put some music. Watching anime about cute girls. Exactly. See what I mean? You see what I mean? That's indeed a manly hobby. Put some music. I want to listen to Same. Oh, timer. Same Detsu. That's not Same. Where's Same? There it is. I like this track so much. It's like my drawing track. The shark tracks. Any hobby that you do? Because that's normally manly and all that. Yeah, see? Alright, we're gonna finish this commission. I'm mostly done with this one. Then I have another one that I'm gonna work on, right? I'm a little behind on things, but it's fine. I'm just taking it day by day at this point. I won't lie that I'm a little behind. By a little behind, I'm a lot behind and I'm panicking. This person still hasn't got it back to me about their delivery. I'm panicking. I'm Anakin panicking. Look at me. You got paid for your first comp? Ooh. Thank you again for the code. I'm happy. I'm glad. Honestly, too, like, have you been verified yet, oh well? All because of me? Not because of you, actually, funny enough. It's not because of you, Sorty. It's nobody's fault but my own. Because I had a bad day. And then, like, I was kind of lazy this morning. I won't lie, guys. I was a little lazy this morning. I was like, oh, man. I'm just going to do something different other than drawing. So, yeah. Not verified yet. Working towards it. All right. Give me a second. Let's see. I am going to order a commission from you right now on stream. Oh, whoa. I want a sock puppet, actually. Because I want to help you towards your verification. And I've been wanting to order something from you. Oh, but I'll do it after stream. You don't have to. No, I know. I don't have to. But I've been wanting to order something, and I thought it would be best to order it when you're trying to get verification. That way it just adds to it, you know? Give me a second. My Digimon... I need to get my Digimon 17 wins, so... you might hear me play it a bit. You hear him? He's fighting right now. He's fighting on my wrist. Okay. I think I know what I want to get. Well, I'll have to put the order later. I'm just going to put it on my... What's it called? Let's see. I'm going to put it on my thingy thing. How do I... Do you bookmark it? I never done this before. Do you bookmark it so you can, like, do it later? I don't know how to... Actually, I've never been a client on... I've never been on the client side. I'll get one of these, though. Do I just make a new list? To order. But I spent so much money. I get that. I get that. Hopefully it wasn't VTuber drama last week. Wait, VTuber drama? Wait, what happened last week with the VTuber drama? Also, I know I've been talking about like the whole idea about VTubers and like what's a VTuber and what's not a VTuber. And funny enough, I didn't realize that right now what's been happening with Bao, or was it Bao or Shy Lily? I don't know. I get the two confused because they're both aquatic. But I feel like if you're Bao, okay, I feel like if you're showing your face more, I think that's not VTuber. But I do think that Bao's doing a good job as a flesh tuber. And I really think she should drop the VTuber tag and really just own it. She's doing a pretty good job at not being a VTuber anymore, you know? Did a 180? Yeah, I think the thing is, I think Bao really should just take ownership of it. I know she's kind of like holding on to the VTuber as a clutch, but at this point, she's doing a good job at not being a VTuber, right? She's good at making the content now, so I think she should just take ownership of it and just take off the VTuber tag, really. Not to say that she doesn't she doesn't deserve to be a VTuber, but I really think that like it looks like she really found her passion in like, you know, flesh tubing, right? And I really think that, you know, instead of like holding on to it as a clutch just to remind people you're still Bao, you can always just take the moniker name of Bao and move forward with that, you know? She dropped it after the backlash, the VTuber tag. I think that's good. She did remove it. Okay, I think that's good then. Like Bao really needs. I think Bao really is doing it pretty well. Dem, hey Dem, Mesty. Also on and off at work. No worries, no worries. I'm just doing some commissions as usual. But that's interesting though. I didn't realize like when you guys were talking about the VTuber thing, I didn't realize we were like kind of particularly talking about Bao. I was just like pointing out like if a person still wants to be a VTuber. The thing is like if she wants to still be a VTuber, my limitation of what makes a VTuber is 90-10. You can probably get away with like 10% flesh content if you really want to, and then like in my opinion. But then at that point you're like a cam tuber, like a cam VTuber, right? I know like, you know, everyone has their own definitions, but that's to me, right? But if Bao really wants to just dive deep into it, she should. She deserves to branch out, right? I was reading like an article about like, not article, but someone's like opinion on it, like to talk about like how there's a cap to becoming a VTuber because you can only do so much. You can't really do life things and stuff. But I think honestly that's not true, right? Like it was interesting because like I was reading about it, there's a lot of potential in VTubing, and sure, technically there's a lot of limitations, but there's a lot of things you can do that's not VTubing, you know? Like not VTubing, not like a can do that doesn't need to relate to like not having a camera. So I think that was interesting though. Before the Bao stuff happened, like she already did it, but I didn't see it. Ah, I see. It's been so long. Holy, yeah. I'm old. I'm still here though. I still exist. I'm still a VTuber. Bleh, vomits. All right, chat. This is my excuse to become a flesh tuber. Would you still watch me if I was made of flesh? I think like the thing is, I don't think I ever want to be a flesh tuber. The most I probably would do is just have no camera anymore, right? Instead of actually going like full flesh tuber, I would rather just have no cam. You know, it's either VTubing or no cam, and I think VTubing is more fun because you have a face to put onto the personality. What about just hands? I know some VTubers. I'm a hand tuber. Like that tasty flesh. I watch you because you played Zomboid with other people. Yeah, that's been a while ago though. I still want to play some Zomboid. I've seen they updated with some pretty cool stuff lately. Like they're actually like diving deep into more survival mechanics, which I think is good. I think it's good. Like Zomboid's a very interesting game that's been in open, what's it called? Open early access, that's the term. Early access for so long. Yet the game itself is starting to get more and more fuller as time goes on. Right? But I think it's interesting because like I saw a comment about it on Twitter. Hightail mentioned, because I'm mentioning Hightail, and people were saying like Hightail might be just like Project Zomboid, where it starts out really rough, doesn't really have a lot of content, but give it a couple years and it's probably going to be really, really full of things, right? And I could see that, considering the progress they're making and things they're doing. I could see Hightail being like Project Zomboid, right? But I hope they don't like do the Project Zomboid and they're perpetually in early access. Can you check when subscribers subscribe to you? I don't know if I can. Flesh tubers are kind of like okay. I haven't watched a flesh tuber in a while, really. Because usually when I'm watching something, I'm listening to it most of the time. So maybe I have seen one, but yeah, that Hightail game exists. Yeah, Hightail still exists. Hightail mention, Hightail mention. But right now, I think the game is very barren for what it is. Which, I think this, what they said is gonna happen. Oh, another battle, guys. Alright. You're gonna have to hear that sound a lot, chat. You're gonna hear me shake my hands a lot, because I'm trying to get to 17 wins. That way I could evolve my Digimon to ultimate form. I hate how sensitive this pendulum is. There we go. Still though, I'm kind of curious like what kind of things are being developed for Hytale, right? Because I heard there's supposed to be chapter 1, but that was like a month ago, and I haven't heard about chapter 1 since. Like, did chapter 1 get released or not? Because I was hearing like good things about chapter 1, how it's adding a whole new boss fight, and they were showing like Final Fantasy 14 mechanics where you just sidestep things. But then after that, it just went silent again. I feel like Hytale has a lot of spurts of big content, but suddenly just disappears again. I literally haven't seen nothing since release month, yeah. I think it's fallen off the algorithm really, really hard. Because I haven't, like, I don't know, maybe they already added chapter 1, but I don't know why it hasn't shown in my thing at all. Unless it's a YouTuber I've been following for many years. I feel that. Like, the only flesh tuber I really seen is Vinny Vinesauce, and he doesn't flesh tube. Every now and then he does a dumb bit where he shows himself, right? But with sunglasses and his mushroom hat. But I haven't watched Vinesauce in a while. Sping! I try to think though. A big thing beyond that though, like most of the time I just watch people, like even back then, like I used to watch a lot of speedrunners, right? Speedrunners was like something I watched a lot back then. I used to watch Cosmo before, you know, everything that happened and they become Narissa. I used to watch Siglemic. Oh my gosh, that's a name that I've forgotten. Siglemic. Yeah, I used to watch a lot of Siglemic. Does he still do Mario 64 runs? He was really big. Like, there was a whole arc in Twitch TV. Like, I told you how, like, Twitch TV had, like, their arcs, right? For a while, it was Binding of Isaac, and everyone was playing Binding of Isaac, right? For a while. And then, like, for a while, there was, like, a big speedrun boon, right? Things like, Narissa, right? I think that's her name? Then, like, Siglemic, ZFG, Cherno TV. They would all do, like, speedruns really constantly, and, like, they got really popular because of it. But I think the speedrun arc of Twitch TV really died down. You heard what happened? Yeah, I heard Calamity stopped production or something like that. I mean, German's a good example. Scavdray, I don't have water. I'm sorry. But I think like Twitch is going through different arcs right now. And right now we're in the AI arc, chat. We are in the AI arc. Oh, great. Oh, AI. I love AI. Alan's such a scabber. It's okay. That's crazy. Does that mean Calamity is no longer online anymore? Will I not be able to like download Calamity anymore because of everything that happened? But yeah, I think back then, even then, I didn't really watch flesh tubers. I just watched speedrunners and Narissa, Cherno TV, Siglemic. They didn't really show their faces either. They were more focused on the speedrun aspect. But damn, were they good gamers, really. I don't have any respect for any of the devs for Calamity. I don't really know the full detail, but I heard like Calamity got caught with the main head dev being a scumbag. And that's all I heard, and everybody quit the team. So, like, they let it die because they have personal problems with XQC. Wait, what? Are we talking about Calamity? Wait, what happened with Calamity? XQC? What does XQC have to do with it? Did XQC own Calamity? I didn't know that XQC... Wait, does that mean XQC was the one that was, like, causing all the terrible things that happened? Wait, what's the name of the person that was, like, caught doing all the bad things? He tried to buy it? Tried to buy what? XQC wanted to buy it? Buy Calamity? So I went to look how Calamity Fables was. It doesn't have much content yet. So wait, is Calamity just, like, gone now? Because the whole mod is, like, you know, defunct? He got denied? Wait, did XQC have anything to do with Terraria? Why was he trying to buy Calamity? Wait, they let it die because they have a personal problem with XQC? Wait, I'm a little confused. Okay, so Calamity died. XQC tried to buy it. Why did he try to buy it? No reason whatsoever, I guess. He just wanted to buy it? That's weird. Like, I don't remember him playing Terraria. Much less, like, talking about Terraria, because usually people, like, put it on Twitter and stuff. But then again, I don't really follow XQC, so maybe he's a big Terraria fan. He could be the biggest Terraria fan and I wouldn't even know it, actually. publicity, I guess. Damn, I've known you since April. Dang, that's crazy. It's still there, but you won't get content and music, and other things will get ruined. Dang, that's crazy. Well, the dev still exists, right? It's just the big dev. Rich guy is acting rich. Why did he want to buy it though? I guess he just like, like I don't. Does he know anything about development? Like I don't understand. Like, wasn't it like only developers working on Terraria, the Calamity? There wasn't like necessarily a sponsored thing either. There's only 2 devs in Calamity. I think they should really branch out, make a Calamity 2 or something, right? Just because one of the big head devs being bad doesn't mean like they should let the project kind of die, in my opinion. Like, even if they abandon Calamity because of the bad like taste it leaves in people's mouth, I think they should like make their own thing. Honestly too, like I really did enjoy Thorium. I remember playing the Thorium mod. I think that's the one that added Bard and Medic. That one was pretty fun. You know, the nth time it happened. This time it's an nth time. One of the big what? Wait, nth time? But yeah, for maintenance with updates with regular Terraria and that. That's a shame though. That's a shame. I wonder what XQC was even going to do with Terraria if he did buy it. Was he planning to continue development or something? Hasn't it happened before that wait, Calamity went down? Wait. Okay, you have to be a little clear. I'm a little not caught up with the situation. Are we talking about Terraria Calamity still, or are we talking about another situation that wasn't Terraria Calamity? Are we talking about Thorium? Wait and see how Calamity Fables does. I hope it does well, because I think the Calamity team were really well made. Calamity having a bunch of weirdos on the dev teams, might be a little stupid. I'm drawing, chat. I'm taking care of Digimon. Can't you hear my Digimon like fighting right now? Interesting. Well, I think it's good that they dropped the Calamity team and all that stuff then. If the Calamity devs are, you know, a lot of Calamity devs are just acting up. There you go. But I don't know much about XQC, but based on the little comments I know of him, I don't really care for the guy. Like, I don't know much about him, but based on what I've seen, the way he talks, the way he kind of acts, not my type of thing, and I'm kind of glad he didn't get the Calamity mod. But maybe he's a better person than I thought. I guess. I don't know. I don't know anything about him. Does anyone want to give me the slop notes? Or not slop note. I saw basic normie slop content. Does anyone want to give me the spark notes of what kind of streamer XQC is? I know he's popular, but was he a gamer? Or does he like what does he do necessarily? But like letting him all die because personal distaste isn't the best way. Alright, question. Would you rather have it owned by XQC, or would you have it like actually just go down and then like make a new one? Because I don't know about XQC, but I do know he supports the AI movement, so that already left a bad taste in my mouth. Like, I was neutral on him, but just knowing that he promotes AI and pushes AI, it makes me already like have a negative opinion on him. Got popular from esports. Okay, so he was a gamer. I thought it was like Asmongold, but then again, Asmongold was also a gamer, wasn't he? He played World of Warcraft. Quotation mark gamer. Wolfram enemies are cool in Fables? But I think the mod was gonna die regardless, so I think it's good that they're moving on to a different mod, so still, that's interesting. Because like, I guess if XQC owns it, he doesn't really have like an idea of how to direct the game, you know? It's kind of like, say, Bobby Kotick buying Nintendo. But then again, Bobby Kotick has been working in the game industry. Okay, it's like, let me do a different comparison. It's like Shaquille O'Neal buying Activision, right? He may be able to have the money to do it, but he has no experience in it. Horror Game Maker are using Gen AI. What's Horror Game Maker? Is that like an RPG Maker game? That's crazy though. There's been a lot of Gen AI stuff going around. Twitch TV has been like getting deep into its Gen AI. I saw too. Okay, the one thing I did saw in Twitter that I really hate was apparently like some person on the Defending AI Art subreddit went to a art portfolio website, which is Kara or something like that. That's what I got from it, and scraped the whole website. What? They scraped the whole website of like all the art. The small JP, all the VTubers are playing. They're using Gen AI? Dang, that's crazy. You could write a contract to give yourself freedom with the mod, but I digress. I don't think that's how it's going to really work. I don't know if XQC is a business person. He doesn't seem like a business person. But then again, I don't know. He looks can deceive, I suppose. So, like, I had no idea what his plan was with that. At least they disclosed it. I'm glad they disclosed it at the very least, so I know how to ignore it. Scraping it? It was out of spite for artists? That's crazy, though. Imagine doing something like that, where you take all the art off a single website just to put it into AI. Like, what? And you know what? Like, I have no idea what they were kind of thinking, because this is not pushing their movement. If I saw something like this as a person, as a consumer, I probably wouldn't like it. The only one I could think of that are happy about is probably AI bros. They're like, yeah, scrape all that AI or scrape all that art. Snowed under, let me see. So this is the, oh yeah, you could tell. I already could tell with the the image already. Which is a shame because Chilla art has such a unique aesthetic and style to it. What's with this upgrades thing too? That's interesting. They're actually trying to make like a different game with upgrades? Why? I think the thing with Chilla art games, they're more like story experiences. That's crazy. That's crazy. I don't think AI is like the route to go, sadly. I know everyone wants to push for AI, but let's be honest, guys. Let's be honest. AI isn't really that good. I said it. Controversial opinion. Guys, AI is terrible. Who is everyone? I'll murder them. Controversial opinion. Crazy. But I suppose that's the generation we live in, and I think it's one of those things people live and die based on their actions, you know? But I'm really surprised people still want to go with AI stuff, considering the backlash behind it. He hates AI. AI could be good if they used it for good, not to line their pockets. I don't know. That's the thing, though. Like, sure, it can be used for good, but at this point, there's not really good aspects to it, right? Because a lot of it, like, generative AI really just takes a lot of things from other creators. Vibe coding is basically giving the opportunity for people to code without knowing how to code, which leads to buggy and unoptimized messes. Like, even just like AI writing leads to people being lazy and not even bothering to edit their writing. Like right now, at this point, AI tools is not good. Right? And people are still using them for some reason, despite like not seeing the signs, you know? I don't think there has been a good application of AI. And even like the decomp, like recently, did you guys see the Legend of Zelda Minish Cap decomp, right? Where it was basically built on vibe coding. I don't know, like, it's neat that you could do, like, AI can like do a lot of that, but at the same time, like, the problem is that like when you vibe code something and you don't know how to code, you have no idea how to optimize and fix things, right? There's going to be a whole bunch of bug things, but you could just tell AI to do it, but AI is not going to know how to do that either. Like, there is so much unoptimized stuff. And I told you too, like, right? Like, the Cobblemon Discord, there's a lot of mods that are on the Cobblemon Discord that are not on Modrent or CurseForge, but they're charging out the wazoo for stuff, like $25 to $35. And I don't mind that you charge for a mod if you really think so, but at the same time, I'm under impression that a lot of those mods are vibe coded. So, yeah. See it preserve older games. Yeah. I hope they do something like that. I like the idea of games being decomped, but I want it to be decomped by a person, you know? I feel like decomp by a person, like the Ocarina of Time project, the Majora's Mask comp project, right? Those decomps are really well done, right? In fact, they're so well done that they've been having like really large gameplay changes. People bringing like the Majora Mask items to Ocarina of Time. People being able to make complete custom items, right? It's really cool. It's a mess, yeah. I'm telling you right now, like AI is just bad at the moment. Like, I don't think there's anything good that has been done with AI at this moment. Animation sucks. Art sucks. Gaming sucks. And I get everyone's pushing for it because it's like the next large investment, but everyone's really dumb because they really don't know what they're doing with it. I'll say right now, if you want to be creative or you want to do something creative, don't use AI. AI in early cancer recognition. At least that's good though. And I think that's fine too because that still has human involvement in a way, you know? And I think that's the thing that people are forgetting. I saw this really dumb one too, right? It'll always be bad for nature, yeah. The one where it's like someone made a AI animation and it's like the character like following a path and then like doing a, I guess a script or a non-script walk. And they were like, yeah, animators are dead. Get a job at McDonald's. I was like, wow. I don't know. Something about the AI community is very crazy right now. It's cult-like. It's tribalism, right? But yeah. Don't do AI, chat. Don't do it. Grabs you by the throat. Don't do AI. Never do AI. Grabs you, shakes you, throws you at the wall. Never do AI. Why are they eager to bring the downfall? I think it's spite at this point. Because people are telling them they can't be artists, and you know, it's true. They gotta be artists. They're not really creating it themselves. Yeah. AI. Am I right? AI, more like bye-bye. Ha 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 ha. Did you see the Superman movie use AI for concept art and inspiration? Blech. Refuse to look at? Just another point. It's just like AI is just a mess. I mean, I guess if you guys want to use AI in chat, but I do not promote it, nor do I endorse it, nor do I think it's a good idea. So, even for concept art, it's not going to be a good idea. There we go. I don't know if you guys could tell, but I'm very anti-AI. The world's crazy these days. Was it Supergirl? Was it Supergirl? That's crazy though. Did you hear about the Deltarune Cafe? No? Is it like a cafe dedicated to Deltarune? Let me guess, Japanese exclusive? I feel like every time they do a cafe, they never bring it to America. Don't say ooh boy! Was it that bad? Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! AI! I swear, if there was AI in the Deltarune Cafe, that's gonna be crazy. Only heard about the real life FNAF location? Real life FNAF location? Fans in the Deltarune Cafe in Canada got food poisoning from eating nearly raw takoyaki! Oh no! Takoyaki is literally octopus! And even in like sashimi and sushi, they boil the octopus first! Oh no. Oh no. And the blueberry drinks? Oh no. That's crazy. No survivors. My condolences though. Oh man, I love takoyaki though. Food poisoning, food poisoning, food poisoning, yeah. I really like takoyaki, but I could see like if someone's inexperienced with making it, they might think that like you put the raw octopus in there, but no, I think the octopus is still cooked, right? Before you put the takoyaki, the octopus from before you put the octopus into the takoyaki, you boil it, you know? Crazy, crazy. Let me see. What does a D&D partition look like? D&D partition. Because I want this to be like a D&D partition. Oh, is it called screens? I guess they're called screens. Yeah, they're called a screen. Interesting. I never heard that term before. I guess I don't do D&D enough. But you got afraid to see food. I want to see it! Let me see it! Let me see it! I want to see it! Let me see it! I need to know. Oh yeah. Okay, let me see your link. I forgot that. Yeah. Oh no. Oh whoa. Oh no. I wish I knew how to stop that, but I got the link. Let me check. What? I'm sorry to whoever got... I'm gonna say... that is like some of the saddest looking takoyaki I've ever seen. What? They were serving this at the Deltarune Cafe? Is this like what it looks like in Deltarune? Because that is not takoyaki, right? Let me show you what takoyaki really looks like. Even like the simplest of takoyakis still looks like this, right? It has bonito flakes. It has green onions, right? Seaweed. It has a little bit of mayo and like other things, right? Sometimes sesame seeds. Most of the times when I get takoyaki, they look like this, right? If you ate something that looked like that and you thought it was takoyaki, my condolences. You don't know what true takoyaki is like. Oh, I love takoyaki so much. They're so good. They were stored in icebox. Ooh. This is a cafe? Like, I get sometimes too, these are also frozen takoyaki, but still. Well, restaurant logistics. There's a lot of restaurant logistics that are always struggling. It's not that easy to open one. And I know like a lot of people want to start a restaurant, but yeah. I know Mama Sheepus kept on telling me like we should start a restaurant. I'm like, no, that's a bad idea. They want to like franchise a restaurant, but it's like... Sure, you have the money to do so, but do you know the first thing about franchising a restaurant? You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that would be a good idea. Unofficial? Okay, so it's an unofficial cafe then. It's not actually the Deltarune Cafe, sponsored by Toby Fox. Watashi wa Toby Fox. Food and health regulations is written in blood and there's a reason? Yeah. Yeah. That's crazy though. That is 100% crazy. The FNAF one is official? Is the food there good? I mean, technically it's like a Chuck E. Cheese, isn't it? Like a pizza place? Then again, Chuck E. Cheese serves more than just pizza nowadays, don't they? Don't they have like spaghetti and stuff? What kind of restaurant is the Chuck E. Cheese? Or not Chuck E. Cheese. FNAF. Fill me in since I'm drawing. How would I know there's only like one location? Oh, it's not even open yet? Okay. I imagine they probably have pizza. Like, it's FNAF, you know? Okay. Hope they have good security. I think that's a funny joke when you think about it because like on the front side it's like LOL FNAF security, get it because the games, but then at the same time chances are there's gonna be like some crazy FNAF fans. The FNAF fandom has gotten really big, kind of like Sonic and Deltarune really. So it's kind of sad that that's a two-way joke now. after what I've seen with their animatronics. Yeah, exactly. Those animatronics are gonna kill me. You know, I put the board here because it was supposed to be a partition and then like look like a castle in a way. But let me see if I could do something about that. Also worried about copycat killer. Oh, well, I guess that's possible. Has there ever been... I guess there has been cases of copycat killers for games that are horror games. That's crazy though. I mean, that's real psychopathic behavior when you think about it. But I guess there's, you know, it's one of those things that people will do. Which is sad. Which is really sad. Especially in a game that's all about murder. And Isaac is fighting Hush 2 more times, but I don't like doing so because I had to beat it lives in less than 30 minutes. Oof. Like taking my time. I get that. I hope I'm getting close to 17 battles. I need 17 battles for my Digimon. It's not murder based. No, but it is based on the idea of like something killing things, you know? So I can see what you mean. Okay. There was a case of 2 girls that got killed under cause Slenderman. Oof. I mean, like, I know gaming doesn't cause violence. It's one of those things that the people start off with these intentions in the first place, and they just kind of got encouraged by it. Stinky. 160 stream streak. Actually, I was seeing that. Apparently, like, do you guys get notifications saying, like, your streak is about to end? Because I've seen, like, someone post their Twitch TV and they show, like, all the channels that they watch, but then, like, it changed to, like, show that they all have a streak. Really? That's crazy. Is there a way for me to turn that off? I don't want to, like, pressure you guys to keep coming back because of the streak. I want to break your guys' streak now. Happens if I miss one of your streams? Really? That's crazy! I didn't realize that. I didn't realize I was guilting you guys to keep coming back. Whoa, that's not what I intended. That's how I've got a streaks. Even so, the stream... Wait, how I got to the streak, even though the stream was when I was asleep. Interesting. That's crazy though. Sometimes. Technology... Have we gone too far? Strokefell? Yeah. I've been having so much strokes lately. Stroke this. Stabs you. Sorry. We were talking about FNAF, so I had to. Stabs you. Oh, for those who are on my Discord or on my what's it called? On my Twitter, I got a comment recently on YouTube that someone says like they found their femboy. I am not gonna support that comment. I do not think that I have femboy attitude. That's stupid. Are you surprised it's not me? No. I saw the name though. I don't think I don't know if they're a regular. They might have just saw me because it was on a short. It was actually on a short, not a video. So I don't give femboy vibes, do I though? I really don't think that I give femboy vibes. I thought I know when I started off, I was like, okay, very important. I may be cute, but the important thing is that I'm not femboy. That was the one thing I decided when I started out. I wanted to be like Goku from Dragon Ball, right? Like, the whole idea that I was going for is like this young, spunky adventurer, right? Like Goku. Yes? Absolutely no! Not like this. Yes and no. The commentator's a hero. No. Like, you guys seen Goku from Dragon Ball Z, the original Dragon Ball, right? And you see how like he's little, short, stubby, but full of heart. That's what I was aiming for. Nope. No, guys, you have to see Goku. Hi, guys, I'm Goku. That was definitely my aim. A short but full of heart, stubby adventurer. Goku, the character voiced by a woman, but he's not a femboy. Even like Kid Goku's not even close to being a femboy, you know? Like, I would like freak out if someone called Kid Goku femboy. Reminds me of Link. And he wasn't a femboy? No, no, no. Even like, that's the thing though. That's only in like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. But like in the earlier games, Link wasn't really femboyish, right? Tell me. Okay, let me give you a second. Legend of Zelda Link with equipment. Let me see if I can find this shot. Tell me, does this look like a femboy to you? Huh? This is like also the aesthetic I wanted to go for, like this adventurer feel, and this whole outfit is really cool. I really like how he had like his boomerang on his shield. He had like the bow and arrow, and like the fire rod, the ladder, and the raft. Sponsor due to their culture of not changing VA. Kids tend to be voiced by women in Japan. Yeah, I think Goku's voice isn't bad. I think she does a really good job. I do prefer the English voice, but yeah. But yeah, this is the kind of vibe I wanted to go with. There we go. But I do think it's good that they don't replace their voice actors, personally. Because like, you get familiar with some specific voice actors and, you know, it kind of grows with the characters and kind of dies with them. Kind of like the, what's his name? The one that played Joseph in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I know he passed away, but he did a really good job, even until his very, very old age. My Little PogChamp became My Little Femboy? No, no. Look, chat, I'm not your little femboy. I personally like that too, because sometimes in the West, especially with the new Persona 4 game, I don't really care for the new voices as much. I think they're okay, but I personally like the older voices. I don't really have a problem with Goku, but when you have a story where a character is meant to age, it kind of sucks when he is meant to have an adult and he still has a key voice. I think it's kind of fine for him, honestly. Like, I get that West did it better for him, but I kind of think it's like one of those things that you just become familiar with him. And I know, like, you know, she can only do so much with her voice, but still. I mean, it's the same way with Sora in a way. I like how they kept Sora's voice the same, basically. Even though Sora went through puberty. Let me see. What if I do something like this? But I always thought that was interesting how, like, in Dragon Ball Z, how much deeper their voices are. Especially for, like Vegeta and Goku, the two main characters. I think I'm mostly thinking from Rudius, from MT, where his voice kind of takes away from how much he has changed as he aged. I could see that, but technically for Rudius, didn't they just keep the same voice actor throughout his age? And it's like, you know, it can't be helped because they had the same voice actor through and through. Since the author died, is Dragon Ball ended? No, it's still going because he has been basically having a assistant artist that was helping a lot with the drawing. So, and they left a lot of notes for him, lots of notes about Dragon Ball. So that's why they were able to make Dragon Ball Daima. And I imagine that he's just going to continue his legacy. So technically it's not over yet. It's not over yet, Snake! So Dragon Ball's still going in its own way. That does not look like a D20, honestly. All right, chat. I'm gonna do something forbidden. Okay. No, I dare not. I was gonna like trace over a D20, but I'm just gonna figure this out. Quite a weight to lift. Yeah, but he's been with Toriyama for a while, so they've been working on Dragon Ball Super together. I wonder if Togashi will finish HXH. Amazing for season 1 when I was a kid. Here too. That's the thing. I think it is commendable that they make sure that the Japanese voice actor still stays the same, you know? Because I think in the West they would change the voice actors. Sort of like how they did from Gohan to Goku. Or not Gohan to Goku. Son Goku to Adult Goku. But it is just a difference in culture. And it's not for everyone, but I think personally I prefer, like, you know, the characters to have the same voice. Even if it's like kind of immersive breaking. Hunter x Hunter. Oh, I thought you were saying, was it called High School HX or whatever? Wasn't there like a very ecchi TV show that was literally just like HXH? It's a very lewd show. I was like, oh, that's interesting. Say that free drawing a dice was a gamble? Yeah. Yeah, DXD. Okay, it was DXD. My bad. That's the one I was thinking. What was the DXD stand for? Dungeons? I don't remember what that show was even about. I just know the name of it, and I remember it was like a very lewd anime. Not that I added to my, you know, to watch list or anything, chat. Can't believe I'm doing logo design. I'm not a logo designer. Logo these. Let's see. I was hoping to get the 4 aligned in the other spot, so it looks like it's kind of like the dice has the 4 on it. I guess it'll be fine like this. Let's see. Let's do something like this. Because I notice these dice have nice trimming. These D20s. I wonder where my D20 went. Maybe I left it back in my parents' place. I used to have like a collection of dice because like back when I did D&D or tabletop games with my dorm, like apparently they said like basically it's a tradition for tabletop gamers to give dice to the newer players. You know, as like a welcome gift. It was nice, and I kept those dice with me, but I think I left it at my parents' place. Nerds are always so nice to each other. It's good to have friends. F is for friends that do things together. U is for you and me. N is for anytime, anywhere at all. Down here in the deep blue sea. Unless you want something special. That's true. But I think it's not about like the price of the dice, but the thought that matters, really. You know, the fact that they went out of their way to set up a dice kit for everybody who was playing the game. They didn't really have to, but you know, that's the nice thing about it. And sure, they aren't the most expensive dice, but the fact they did it in the first place, you know, kind of heartwarming. There we go. I think if I ever did a D&D thing with somebody, I should do the same thing. I should prepare them a dice kit, just like that. Continue the tradition, chat. Give your dice to the newer players. Let them know that they are loved and appreciated for trying this crazy game of ours. I'm helping my friend rebuilding their Steam account because Steam support didn't get them all. Dang, that's crazy. That's a shame. Could be a good insurance for if someone forgets to bring dice. That's true. Maybe that's what they're hoping on to, but I like to think that they did it for good meanings, you know? Okay. At least your Steam family. I heard about that. Like you guys were right though. The fact that apparently because I was using my account from two different things, and then it was because I was playing Go. That was the reason why my account keep getting disconnected. Turns out that was the case. I wonder if I could just like turn this off. We are smart. It's almost as if you guys have a Steam Deck. I'm still under the impression that you guys possibly might have a Steam Deck on you. I don't. That's suspicious how you said that so immediately. Almost as if you're trying to hide your Steam Deck. Evil Steam support. I hope to get impaled when I get Team World Domination. I think that's a hard thing too. Like a lot of big companies' customer supports aren't that good. So even Steam suffers from that. Especially with all the people they have. I didn't do my job? No. You aren't getting impaled? Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. Today's your grandma's birthday. Happy birthday to your grandma! Grandma birthday. Let me see. Going around to see if people have Steam Decks under a floorboard. How many people have a Steam Deck, actually? Like, I was under the impression that you guys all had Steam Decks, or at least a lot of you. Because the way you guys were kind of talking about the Steam Deck made me think that, like, yeah, I should get a Steam Deck and then, like, I should be the cool kids club now. But color me surprised when you guys said no, you don't have a Steam Deck. Did I get bamboozled into thinking Steam Decks are cool? Did I just get myself a Steam Deck that isn't no longer cool? It's not as great as everyone made it seem to be though, but it's still pretty good. But dang, people really did sell it up hard. Welcome to the Cool Kids Club. I know, this is just like middle school. Remember I told you that at middle school, like everybody was saying like, I don't want to take the sex ed class, and I was like, yeah, me neither. So I convinced Mama Sheep to not let me join the sex ed class in middle school, and then everybody had to take the class, and they were like, ooh. I only have a Switch 2. If I had a Steam Deck, I didn't use it as much. I would give it to you. It's quite limited in the quantity. I was under the impression that everybody was having one in chat because you guys were like so promoting it, like, Alan, get Steam Deck. Like, sure. But nobody knows how to use one of those things. You guys tricked me once again. I'm just up to date on tech stuff. Bamboozled once and for all. Maybe I should put the numbers on there. Let me see. What does the D20 look like? What numbers are on the D20? 14 to 8. Okay. Maybe you're easy to trick. I am! You guys don't have gullible? If you look up the word gullible in the dictionary, you'll see my face. I have one, but I haven't used it in years, I guess. Then why were you guys telling me that it's the next best thing next to bread? Canned bread. I was like, okay, I need to get me one of these. I'll play Digimon Time Strangers on it. 1 and 4. Walkman are coming back. Get one. I already have a Walkman, actually. Back at Mama Sheep's place right now, right? Back at my parents' place. But I do indeed have a Walkman, a CD player, and an MP3 player. So, too late for that. Okay. The next thing you guys are going to tell me is the iPods are back in. Get yourself an iPod. Get you one. Skype is the new way to communication? Yeah, probably. We're a little late on that though. I mean, even the portable gaming, kind of bad for other stuff. It's pretty bad for a lot of stuff. And even portable gaming, the Switch 2, I still kind of preferred. The PC games on the go is kind of nice, but the battery drain is pretty fast. And it gets really hot. Oh my gosh. I never realized how hot the Steam Deck gets. That thing gets molten hot. Underclock it? I could underclock it, but then don't I have to like underclock it for every game separately? There's no like underclock profile, and that seems like a pain in the butt. Having to do it manually for each game. There's a lot of performance options. I'm realizing that I'm more casual when it comes to my tech. I kind of like it when my tech does it all by itself. I'm realizing I'm a casual tech user. It's a 30 FPS option. Oh yeah, that too. I didn't realize how low I would have to turn down the graphics on a lot of things, but I guess it makes sense. It makes sense. Granted though, like I know people were like saying how the Steam Deck games look much better than on Switch 2, but I tried to play Power World on it last night on it, right? And man, it looks so much uglier when you have to turn down the graphics on that one. But I guess that's because it's Power World. It should last longer, yeah. I'm a casual tech user, yeah. I realize I don't care about tinkering options to get the best performance. I'd rather let the game do it for me. I don't mind doing it on my computer, but when it comes to a portable device, yeah. Goes from potato PC quality to pretty good, yeah. I tried to play Power World just to see if it would work on the thing, and it works, but oof, that looks ugly, dang. I don't normally say that about games. But okay, let's see how they like this. I think you could turn on dock settings when in HAL mode. I don't think... I have to check. I never done it before. But yeah, I was tricked. I was tricked. I should have got Time Stranger on the Switch too. That's what I should have done. Oh, you guys fooled me into thinking that Time Stranger would have been better on the Steam Deck. No. Oh, why did I listen to you guys and not my gut that told me I like the Switch too? I should have got Final Fantasy 14 on the Switch 2 too. But it's too late now. Now it's way too late because the sale's no longer on and now the game went back to full price. I was a fool. I was a foolhardy fool. Always trust your gut instinct. Here's how it came out. Maybe I should use a different color. Let me see. The background kind of bothers me. Maybe like a orangish color. I mean, this is Daishima's birthday thing, so maybe if I use a lighter green color, that just brings everything together in a way. I'll try that and see if they like it. Alright. Because my voice is sweet or something. Sweet donuts. Where someone gave it to you for art credit. That wasn't what you guys were telling me before I had a Steam Deck. You were like, Alan, play Final Fantasy 14 on the Steam Deck. You might have a better chance or a better time there. What a lie that is! Grabs you by the throat. How dare you lie to me! Here's how it came out. Anything need revising? There we go. And the thing is too, with Final Fantasy 14, I had to set up like the photon drivers. And I was looking online and people said like the photon drivers can be really finicky. And sometimes you just have to reset it up over and over if you're trying to do the standard FF14 launcher. But I still enjoy it though, actually. I know I'm like complaining a lot about it, but it is still nice to play PC games on the bed right before I sleep. I know like I'm like complaining about it, but I'm just exaggerating. Yes. Don't say yes. Alright, this one's done. Let me put that in complete. So the next one I should do is Kaiju Waifu. Where is it? Don't you know owners are also trying to justify the money they spent? So you were just lying to me? Wait, didn't I outline this? I'm pretty sure I finished outlining this one too. Did I left it on my tablet? No, it's here. Okay, perfect. I was about to say, oh my gosh, where did all that work go? Did I forget to save it again? Did you try Desk Job? No, I didn't try it yet. I forgot about it, honestly. I could try it though. You can put your 8-bit dough. I mean, you could do the same thing with a Switch 2. I could connect my 8-bit dough there too, because it has Switch 2 support. Would I ever lie to you, Alan? I thought that said TM, like trademark, lie Alan, trademark. Okay. Where is the reference for this character? We lie to ourselves. You guys. You just want to be drag me into the Steam Deck that... Man, I would have even be more though. Like, here's the thing. I think for how much I paid for it, which is the art commissions, it's kind of fine. But if I had to pay $1,000 and this was the kind of experience, I would have been a little bit like, I'm going to return this thing. I think for the price of $600, like if that's how much it costs at base price, I would be okay with it. But ooh, imagining nowadays at $1,000. Has there been any Steam Deck competitors though, or is Steam Deck still the only like portable PC? I got the cheaper one on sale. That makes sense. Yeah. I'm surprised though there's no like Steam Deck competitors at this moment. It's the same experience, just ever so slightly powerful. At least I'm one-shotting these guys. ROG Alley? Is that the Xbox one? Tons of companies have theirs? Oh, interesting. Let me see how much wins do I have. You're a little hungry. I could feed you really quick. Oh, you just pooped! Hehe. Okay. Let me feed my Digimon. It's Asus. Is it good? I don't think I heard anything of it. And I had an Asus computer for a while, but can't say they were the most reliable. Okay, your max stats. 216. Let me see if you're ready to evolve. 15 battles. How many battles are we at now? We are currently at 11, so I need 4 more battles to win. Don't know? Other brands, is their support is quite limited. Support as in like, you know, customer support, or support as in game support? Okay, give me a second. I'm setting him up for Odyssey. There we go. There we go. And off you go. 4 more battles to win. Okay. Something like this. I think it'll take some time though. I think it'll take some time until I fully learn how Steam Deck works. But once I figure it out, I do want to try to put Minecraft on it. Did you guys see, actually, speaking of Minecraft, like the Cobblemon 1.8 update? It looks pretty cool. They're adding TMs officially, and they're also picking fun at you. Wait, what? Wait, is Gizamo in YouTube chat? Because I don't see him. Give me a second. Discord? Is he? Wait, where is he? Let me go. Let me get in there. What did you say to me, punk? Smiley face. I didn't see that message at all. 1 hour later? Look, I'm streaming! I'm streaming, guys! I'm Strem! Let's see. Okay, what was I doing? Oh yeah, I was talking about Minecraft. Like, there's a 1.8 update that's coming out. Drama Time. Yeah, Drama Time. And it looks pretty cool. They're adding alpha Pokemon and they're adding TMs. And basically, to get TMs, it relates to the alpha Pokemon. You had to either beat them or catch them or something like that. I was listening to the video while working, so I couldn't really make full heads or tails of everything. But it seems really, really cool. I'm excited for it, right? We're gonna update our server for sure, right? Though we might have to like what's it called? Minimize, min-max our mods. But speaking of which, did you guys see? Apparently there's an update on Modrinth, right? Where it synchronizes everybody's mod packs, as long as you guys are on the friend list, of course. Looks like I had to add you guys to friend list. But it would save us so much time in having to like, oh, change this mod, add this mod, remove this mod. If we could do that. How hard is it to change our mod pack from Modrinth or from CurseForge to Modrinth? Because apparently it's a recent update. Then we could add each other to a friend list. You guys can finally be my friends for real this time. And then like we don't ever have to worry about like, oh, Alin updated the server and now we're having a issue. Shrugs? Somebody needs to know. Something I have to research, don't I? But that'll save us so much time with like setting up things for it. Especially when Cobblemon 1.8 comes out, because we're gonna have to take out some mods if we want to have it on initial release, right? Because there's gonna be a lot of Cobblemon mods that won't be compatible, like say Mega Ascension and all that. Either that, or we wait a couple days until it becomes compatible. But I'm excited. The new Cobblemon update looks really cool, and I can't wait to try it. Telling you, I should have my own Forever World exclusive for me, right? That way I can still enjoy these updates even without you guys. My own Forever World. Can't play for the next month, yeah. That's why I'm trying to get it set up on my Steam Deck, right? If I could set it up on my Steam Deck, then I could just like buckle down and just like play whenever I feel like, you know? Granted though, I'm on like the Pokemon grind right now because I gotta beat the Pokemon games, guys. I have only 6 months until Pokemon Bank closes, chat. Once Pokemon Banks closes, then I won't be able to transfer any more Pokemon. My Ribbon Challenge, my Allen Dex Challenge. Bleh. Pokemon Bank. I'm sure it'll be. You will have fun playing it in 2047. No, no, 2047 is too far away. My Pokebank. I really like my collection of Pokemon, you know? It's gonna be so sad when my collection won't be able to, like, you know, be added to. I mean, I guess I could use the newer games, right? And I've been, like, thinking of doing a complete Pokedex of, like, each game. But the problem with it, though, is that usually for some Pokemon, there's only, like, 1 or 2. It says this, you know... Oh, I read that. You know? There's only, like, 1 or 2 Pokemon in the game. Like, say, Civilly, you would have to do 2 runs in order to get the full type null, like, what's it called? The type null evolution line. It's gonna be sad. I really wish that they didn't have to do it. I get it, right? I get why they had to get rid of Pokebank, but it's really sad that it has to go. You know? Because it is the last link to connecting all the old games. Why are they removing Pokebank? Basically server stuff. I imagine that because already Pokemon or the eShop is already down. The eShop's been down for so long already, so I imagine they're just trying to funnel it out. Then there's also like compatibility issues because people say that like as new games get released, there's been like some weird compatibility issues with older Pokemon games and the newer games. So, what Pokemon are you transferring? I want to transfer a Ribbon Master, right? I want to make it so I make a Pokemon with all the ribbons, and I was thinking of doing it. And I finally decided who I want my Ribbon Master to be. I think I'm going to do a Raichu. Because Pikachu's in every single game. And if Pikachu's in every single game, then Raichu will be too. So I can technically bring Raichu to every game and complete the Ribbon Challenge that way. So I imagine there's some technical depth when it comes to the Pokebank. Considering that thing is like 20 years old almost at this point. So it makes sense. Same reason why Final Fantasy XIV had to get rid of their PS3 version and their PS4 version. It's basically just to kind of move forward, but ribbons. I'm tempted to go for the cuteness ribbon on a lot of mons, the formal idols. Yeah, I want to try to get the battle ribbons, but I heard the battle facilities take a while. I don't even have the battle facilities though. I only have Pokemon Ruby, so the most I could do is the Pokemon Ruby battle tower, right? Which isn't too bad. Though that means like whatever Pokemon I pick will have to be very optimized. Pikachu, so they'll get rid of the Switch 2 version in 3 months, bet. Wait, Switch 2 Pokebank? I don't think they'll get rid of the Pokebank there because Pokemon Home... I guess like if they decide to do something with Pokemon Home, they would have to move forward. Oh, Final Fantasy XIV? Yeah. The thing is, like, I'm worried about the Final Fantasy XIV version on Switch 2 is that they will have to eventually end it because of technical debt. Because in a way, now the Switch 2 is holding back Final Fantasy XIV because whatever they have to do, we'll have to make sure that it works on the Switch 2, graphic-wise and gameplay-wise. So... I don't know much about Pokemon new here. Ah, is there a weird ribbon for purifying Pokemon from Coliseum? Yeah, I have Pokemon Coliseum actually, and I do have a GameCube, right? I was considering like going back to Mama Sheep's place and picking up my GameCube and playing it, maybe on stream. I just had to buy a HDMI converter cable, right? But Pokemon Coliseum is a very long game. It's a pretty long game. And honestly, all these Pokemon games are pretty long, and I've been like procrastinating. So I actually haven't beaten like Pokemon Ruby. Like I had it beaten. Okay, I beaten the original Pokemon Ruby, but the thing is, Brother Sheep played the game too, so he deleted my old save file, right? So I had to restart Pokemon Ruby, and I did get Pokemon Platinum, Pokemon Heart Gold, and Pokemon White, but I got that from GameStop. So technically, I had to start over in those games, right? I got Zygarde, the former idol. Murder? Yeah, murder. No. Brother Sheep is, you know, Brother Sheep didn't think that I was into Pokemon, so that's why he deleted my files. In fact, I might have gave him like confirmation, like, yeah, go ahead and delete my files. So that was my fault. But nowadays I'm more sentimental. I like to keep my old stuff. So yeah, I that was my fault. We started a few series this year, and yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I can always just do it, but I don't have my GameCube on me. And it would take multiple streams. Pokemon Coliseum is a very long game, right? So I don't know if I'll go for the complete Ribbon Master, but I'm going to at least try to get as many ribbons on my Pokemon as possible. And like I said, I'm going to choose Raichu because Pikachu's in every single game. And I think Raichu's very underrated. I actually really do like Raichu and the way Raichu looks. So I don't ever have to worry about compatibility issue because as long as they keep stuffing Pikachu into every game, Raichu will be right behind him. Do one big marathon? Do you know how long that's going to be? It's like a 50-60 hour marathon. They have Pokemon Coliseum on the Switch Online, but the problem is that Pokemon Coliseum on the Switch Online doesn't transfer yet. I don't know if they plan to either, because considering it's in the virtual console. If they did plan to make it so you could transfer Pokemon from it, they would have done a separate release, like they did with what's it called? Pokemon Fire Red. Bet? Yeah, 50-hour marathon to beat the game. But I have 6 months to basically beat 3 Pokemon game, and then also catch all the Pokemon from my Alin Dex, and also get a Ribbon Master, and then also get any Pokemon that are rare. I'm also trying to collect all the Pokemon that you could get from trades, because you know like how there's in-game trades, right? There's a lot of like unique Pokemon that you could get from just in-game trades. Like the original ones with their own like had only like nickname changes, but later ones have like different like owner IDs. Like I know in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, you can get like the gym leader's Pokemon, like Iono's Magnemite, what's her name? The bug girl's like Teddy Ursa. Technically a speedrun is over 3 hours. Yeah, if that's a speedrun, imagine a slow run. So it's gonna be so long just to beat Pokemon Coliseum. And I don't even remember all the things you had to do in Pokemon Coliseum. But this is just my fault. It's my fault because I knew this was going to happen. They already told us that Pokemon Bank is not going to be there forever. So I 100% knew it. And I always said like, yeah, I should start preparing for the end of the world. But I never did. It was kind of my fault. I kind of like procrastinate, chat. Never procrastinate on your homework. If you want something done, do it. So I'm in panic mode trying to clear. And I kind of hope that they're not going to take down Pokebank. Like maybe the backlash will be big enough that they won't, but this is Pokemon Company we're talking about. This is Pokemon Company we're talking about. The only thing that I saw people do is like you could probably do PK Hex in the future, but I don't want to use PK Hex. Honestly, you probably should do the stuff you started already, not start new project. No, I'm gonna do what I want. I'm a VTuber. VTuber does what he wants. Pokemon Company, evil, yeah. Well, I can't call them super evil because this is just, you know, this was inevitable. But yeah. I wish they kind of had a way that we could connect to older games. You know what's funny though? Okay. The Pokebank is going down during Pokemon Day, right? Wouldn't it be funny if they have a new method to transfer old Pokemon to newer games? And it's like, okay guys, I know we took down Pokemon Bank, but check out this, a new service, Pokemon Home 2. But it's really nice. Like I think that's the best part about Pokemon games, and I mentioned it before. It's like one of my favorite things about the Pokemon games that you can go back to every game, and it's kind of like going back and revisiting a region, right? Like imagine you like Ash Ketchum and you decide to go back to another region, you know, catching up on the things, doing the battles. There could be ports. There probably will be ports. I won't be surprised. They'll probably like do remakes of the games because there's no way they're not going to let you get some of these old Pokemon that you can't get anymore. I heard like Pokemon like Alolan Raticate hasn't shown up in a game like in forever. So they're not going to just let Alolan Raticate die like that. You hack the Halfdan in? I refuse to. No, I'm not gonna hack my Pokemon in. Thing is too, I wanted to have both a living dex in the original game too. So I might just go back to the older games after I after Pokebank is gone, and I'll just probably recatch all the Pokemon. I do find it fun to catch Pokemon and just add them to a collection. Spinda, Victini would be on the table. Luckily I got Victini already and I have a Spinda, but I feel bad because I heard like, BDSP, they don't have a way to transfer Spinda over. So people who are Spinda collectors only could transfer them from Ruby at the moment because Spinda hasn't really shown up in the game since forever. Which is really sad because Spinda has a unique mechanic where every Spinda tends to be different because it could generate with a different pattern every single time. That's really cool. Wild that most, if not all, comp teams are hacked. Yeah, I mean, like, that kind of makes sense, and I get why that's the case, but I imagine with Pokemon Champions being the way it is now, that's probably going to be less the case, because most of the time people are hacking just to get the shiny or the perfect IVs. But now you don't have to do that because Pokemon Champions can provide everything for it. So I hope that there will be less of it, but if anything, it's probably going to be mostly for shinies when people want to get their shiny Pokemon, because you don't need to have a perfect IV Pokemon anymore because Pokemon Champions took out the whole IV mechanic. So the only reason you'll hack is because you don't have the Pokemon in the first place or you want to have it shiny. But I feel like if you really like that Pokemon, you would shiny hunt it yourself, you know? Shiny hunting is kind of relaxing too. I've done a bit of shiny hunting before, like in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I especially like the shiny hunting in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet because it involves a little bit of battling, but it also involves a little bit of just looking around, right? Because you have to fight like 40 Pokemon until your odds are at the maximum capacity. So every Pokemon is shiny? True, true. Every Pokemon is a shiny. Even you, chat. Even you are shiny. Until you break your chain. That's true. But you can save, though. That's the nice thing about it in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. You can save towards the end of your chain. That way, you can essentially just reload your save if you accidentally break it. So, and the other cool thing is that you can save the encounter. Like, Pokemon Shiny and Scarlet and Violet is... Or Pokemon Shiny hunting in Scarlet and Violet is actually surprisingly comfy. So if you accidentally kill it, you can just reload your save. But you have to turn off the autosave though. If you don't turn off autosave, then you might accidentally autosave your Pokemon die. For as much flack as people give Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, there is some good things it's done, really. I just wish there was a lot more stuff to it. And I just hope that with the new Pokemon Wind and Wave, like I know like they've been going heavy in with the Pokemon raids, but I don't like the Pokemon raids. I want something different PvE wise, right? I feel like the battle facility is a pretty good PvE kind of thing. And I really wish they kind of brought back like the battle facility area, battle tower. Because Scarlet and Violet completely lacked that, even in the new one. Even though the DLC brought like new challenges, they didn't really have like an endless tower challenge, which I think is kind of fun. And I think the thing is too, like, Pokemon should start experimenting with like roguelike elements in their battle tower. They've done it with Emerald, right? Because in Emerald, they had it so like there's a whole like system where you fight the trainer and then you could choose one of their Pokemon to add to your team in exchange for one of your Pokemon. Like, there's a lot of potential in a roguelike thing. Oh my gosh, all these Pokemon or all these Digimon need something. Give me a second. Could be more geared to PvE. That would be really cool. That's what I've been saying for a while. That because Pokemon Champions is now its own thing, Pokemon can now experiment with the main games, you know? Because now Pokemon doesn't necessarily have to hold true to it. All they have to do is hold true to the fact that the Pokemon have the same stats and that the Pokemon are transferable, you know? Though I think they do take a little too long when it comes to making Pokemon transferable. They need to do faster on that. I caught all the Pokemon in Sword and Shield and did the raids where you get a perfect IV Ditto. And I got perfect IV, shiny competitive Pokemon before I got bored of hatching eggs. I also have a perfect IV Ditto, funny enough. Because I was like in, not perfect IV, I think it's actually 4 IVs. I have a 4 IV Ditto. And it's because in X and Y, back when you used to have the friend code thing where you can get the friend safari, you were able to basically get a Ditto friend safari. And Dittos in the friend safari are guaranteed to have 3 IVs max, right? So as long as you hunt there, you have a better chance of finding it. Oh man, I want to play more Pokemon. I also want to play Cobblemon. I do like that Cobblemon though is growing. So like is becoming its own Pokemon experience. So it would be nice to collect all the Pokemon in there, you know, on the server, on our Forever server. You find the right one for right raids for shiny, but never did that to sound lame. Yeah, I never really cared for raids. I feel like because raids tend to get min-maxed in a way. right? Because like I think the whole meta with raids was like Berserker Metal Claw Sword Dance, right? And I don't like that. Tough Claws, Berserker, Metal Claw, Sword Dance. Because like it becomes boring when everybody does the same thing and that's just like pretty much optimized. And I guess you could say the same thing about competitive Pokemon meta. But with PvE, like say Battle Tower or Battle Tree, you could just go in there with a team that you like, right? As long as you crafted your team well enough, you can get far with it, right? And because it's like solo PvE, you don't have to worry about affecting other people's like play, right? I always feel nervous when doing the raids and I'm not coming in with a Berserker Berserker Sword Dance, you know, the meta. So, but we'll see. I think only time will tell. I think Pokemon Win in Waves has a lot to set up for, but I mean they could play it safe and just make it another region, of course. But considering they're taking a little bit longer, kind of holds up some information, like you know, the idea that maybe something cool could happen. But then again, it could also mean that you know they didn't really do much. We'll see. We'll see. There you go. Now I really want to play Pokemon. I really gotta transfer my Pokemon. The thing is that I really want to. It's like I want. Part of the reason I like the Battle Tree and the Battle Tower is that in Battle Tree and Battle Tower, I could use all the old Pokemon that I use, and I like that. I like that I can bring in my old Pokemon, and then I could use it to what's it called? Use it for Battle Tree. I have no expectations. You don't even play Pokemon. Honestly, though, I probably will still get it. I'll probably still get it just to experience the new Pokemon game and have a new region and more Pokemon to collect. I'm like a Disney adult, but for Pokemon. Let's see. But we'll see. Only time would tell. Only time would tell. I played Pokemon when I was younger, but you haven't played it at least right lately. Nor have you the general interest to play it. You know what I mean? It's one of those things that, like, as someone who's a current fan of Pokemon, I have like these kind of interesting ideas and kind of expectations, but at the same time, I still enjoy the base game and just the idea of an adventure. So it's just a difference in opinion. Like, I get that if you ever plan to play the game, then you could have like the, you know, you could be like, I don't think they're gonna do well. It's like, okay, I get it. But if you never plan to play it or get back into it, then you know, it's just there. It's more that I can't be bothered to buy a console for it. That too. But for me, I'm excited for it. I'm generally excited. But then there's like no point in saying you have no expectations because you weren't even planning to play it or buy it or get it in the first place. It's like following news on a game. But then again, I'm forcing the news into your throats right now. I'm like forcing all my Pokemon news into you at the moment. So that's my fault for imposing my hobbies on you. Pokemon ROM hacks, they're kind of fun. But the thing is, like, ROM hacks have this big problem with balance, I swear. It feels like when it comes to ROM hacks, sometimes it's too easy or too hard, or sometimes it gets to the point where it's too much. Like, I was playing a ROM hack where it turns everything into double battles, and at first I thought that was a fun concept, but then, like, they made double battles with 6 versus 6, and turns take forever, battles take forever, and it was like just a normal trainer that you met, and I got really burned out on just fighting trainer after trainer to the point where I was starting to avoid trainers, right? It's a very interesting like effect of the game. It's like, you know, never really think about it until like it happens. I don't mind it in like the battle tree because it's like what you're expecting, but if you're just getting from point A to point B and there's like 10 trainers on the way that have like double battles with 6 Pokemon each, I get it's more difficult. And I get like people always say like, why don't these trainers have 6 Pokemon? Herder. But oof. Sometimes it's not bad to be casual. I do like though the ROM hacks that do like try to create a Pokemon experience more than a difficult experience. But everyone sees Pokemon as an easy experience, so people are trying to make the hardest ROM hack. Alan's so positive. I wouldn't say I'm so positive. That's why I don't mind Pokemon games being too easy, because they're pretty much easy by default. But if they're gonna make it easy, I just want them to have something challenging at the end. Most of the time though, the challenge comes from not competitive, the DLC. But I do know they're doing a better job with post-game challenges, right? Scarlet and Violet had a really good end game where you can go back, rematch everything, right? And they have a better team, if I'm correctly. So the thing is though, by the time you do the rematches, you're still high leveled, but it's a step in the right direction, right? They just need to make it so that the rematches are much higher level. I think the rematches were like level 50, 60, and by the time you beat the game, you're like level 70. But the end game challenge, which is the post Elite Four, where you do when you fight the teachers, that one was surprisingly challenging. Until you over level, of course, which is always going to be a problem. Because they don't ever have like a challenge that's for level 100. But up until then, it's pretty fun. So, and I wish they do that going to the future, right? Like I said, for as bad as Scarlet and Violet was, there was still some good things that the game did, you know? And honestly, I wouldn't say Scarlet and Violet was their worst game, but it's hard to say what their worst game is. I think personally, I didn't really care for Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Like, I think the thing is too, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee had a really good challenge if you nerf your starter Pokemon. Because most of the Pokemon in the game are designed around you having a very powerful Eevee or Pikachu, because the powerful Eevee or Pikachu have really good coverage, right? And because they have really good coverage, they're like an answer to every situation. But if you don't go around with it, then you don't have to like, it becomes much harder, basically. The remake of Diamond and Pearl. I played the remake of Diamond and Pearl, but the thing was, I never played the original Diamond and Pearl. So I think because I never played the Diamond and Pearl originals, I found the games to be actually quite fun. And I think that was like the problem. Because like, yeah, I guess technically I was kind of the target audience for Diamond and Pearl. Somebody who didn't have a chance to play the original. So it was nice to get to see like the new areas, and the HM changes were kind of nice, right? And the challenge was surprisingly good. In fact, I found it to be the most difficult Elite Four, right? Because the Elite Four actually had like surprisingly good Pokemon to item matchup. Especially Cynthia. Oh my gosh. Cynthia was the hardest champion I had to face. Her Pokemon were all basically built for meta. Especially her Garchomp. The only reason I was able to get by with the Garchomp was because I played it smart. Paralyze into my ice Pokemon. And I know she had a Socko Berry, so... But I had to use so much revives. But yeah, I really actually enjoyed BTESP, right? But that was just because I didn't play the original. So I don't know what the original plays like. But I am going to be playing Platinum soon, so we'll see. They removed the post game from Plat, which kind of makes sense, but because it was just Diamond and Pearl. But I never played Platinum, so I don't know what it is. But I'm gonna be playing Platinum soon, so I'll see what it's like. But yeah, as someone that never got a chance to play the original, it wasn't too bad. But yeah, I think Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu personally would be considered my worst, because I didn't really care for the Let's Go catch mechanics, and I didn't really like, I did like the challenge, but like the Eevee was really powerful when you think about it. Into the Ruby and Sapphire. I never played Emerald, but the thing that made Emerald really big, I mean, I guess technically, no, Ruby and Sapphire are still focused on one team. Like the only thing that they added was the big thing that they added was the Rayquaza story. And they added a lot of small things here and there, but I don't think they added anything from Emerald. Like, there wasn't the Ruby hideout. Or not the Ruby hideout. There wasn't the Magma hideout. All the gym leaders were the same. Rayquaza had a new storyline, which is cool, and you get to catch Deoxys. And you had the whole wormhole mechanic. But yeah, I think the thing that I didn't like about BDSP was that the post game. Because the post game was to the island, but there wasn't much to the island really. It was the battle tower stuff, and like I liked the battle tower, but I was kind of hoping there was something more. Especially since I knew it was a remake. At least like Pokemon Let's Go had the dignity to add like these extra challenges where you do a solo Pokemon battle with every Pokemon. But outside that, yeah. Well, yeah, other than that though, I did enjoy my time with BDSP. BDSP was a very fun game. I think I got Brilliant Diamond, I don't remember. Me being the person that I am that did not play the original. Funny enough too, it was the game that I grew up on, saying that like I would like this is Pokemon's for kids, you know? So being able to go back and play it for the first time, I don't know, it was nice. It was nice. There we go. But I should go back to it one day. Maybe after Pokemon Bank is down, maybe I could transfer my Pokemon there and do some of the Battle Tower stuff. Because it's like the last game that actually had a Battle Tower, if I remember correctly. Because Arceus, ZA, and what's it called? ZA and Scarlet and Violet did not have a Battle Tower. So the fact that Diamond and Pearl had a Battle Tower is kind of nice. Never played Pokemon, they look fun. Played Poke Park at the Wii, yeah, it's not a regular Pokemon game, yeah. The thing is with Pokemon games is like, they're comfy, you know? Like the easier way to describe it is, if you're expecting a good story or the most compelling gameplay, you're probably not going to find it. But if you expect something sort of like Minecraft, where it's something that you shape your own thing and, you know, once you go through the story, you decide what you want to do after the game, then it's nice. And that's what Pokemon really does for me. It's like a comfy vibe in the same matter of Minecraft, right? The post game is basically what you make of it. They're fun, but not challenging, yeah. They're not meant to be challenging either. There we go. And I'm glad they're not challenging. I'm glad the challenge is just left for the PvE stuff. Granted, bring back Battle Tower, Battle Tree, something cool. I especially like the Battle Tree because you get to like team up in double battles with trainers you met in the game. Oh my gosh, that was so cool when you get to fight alongside with Red or Blue, or you get to fight with Lily. Friendship vibe in recent Pokemon games and story. I think it's good though. I do like that. Honestly too, like the story scaling in Pokemon games has gotten crazier, right? When you look at Scarlet and Violet's story, granted like it's towards the end of the story, it's kind of crazy. Time travel shenanigans, and then you look at the DLC, how you basically ruined one kid's life by being his rival. You were basically his Gary. And then like you destroy every dream of his. Like he's like, I want to be friends with what's it called? I forgot the bass Pokemon, Orgapon. And then when you send Ogrepon against him, he's like, how dare you send that Ogrepon against me? DLCs, you messed up the friendship arc. The thing is though, I hate about the DLC is you had to catch every single Pokemon in order for you to do the last part of the DLC. And I finally got Iron Boulder and Fallen Leaves or whatever his name, because I couldn't get them normally. Because like you had to get them from Violet, and I don't have Violet, and I think the GTS still has trading Pokemon, but I had to trade 2 shiny Pokemon to get them. And it took like months before I actually got the Pokemon. But I still need to get the 2 raid Pokemon. The one, the Suicune, the Sweet Waking Waters, and the other one. Because I missed out on the raid for it. So I had to like trade on the global market for it, or wait for it to show up again. Have they ever redone that raid battle? Because I'm still waiting for them to redo the raid battle, but the raid battle's all been like Pokemon that I don't really want. behind other version exclusives. Yeah, but that's pretty normal in Pokemon games. They've done that already a couple times. They lock things behind like having to collect all the Pokemon, and in order to collect all the Pokemon, you have to either trade with other players or you get both games. Not sure. They've redone it at least once. You're acting like this isn't normal for Pokemon. Like, they always had that whole motif in like trading Pokemon. Was it usually a small thing? I don't know. Because I remember in Sword and Shield, you did get locked out of specific Pokemons because of exclusive versions. Every game had exclusive legendaries that you had to trade for, right? Sword and Shield, I believe there's also a story arc in their DLC that also had the same thing. Don't know about the earlier games. I know in White 2 and Black 2, hard mode is locked out from unless you have the other game. So it's been something that's been there for a while. But luckily, I don't have to have the other game for this. All I had to do is just trade for the Pokemon. So I managed to get the Pokemon at the very least. Like for White 2 and Black 2, you had to have the game exclusively. So you wouldn't be able to unlock it unless you had the game itself. And that one was more painful because I didn't know anyone who had the game. And I had to basically... I basically did not get a chance to use it. And it's one per game, yeah. So... it's been something that's been in the series for a while because they try to encourage interactivity between players. So I'm just glad this one was just that I had to just catch the Pokemon, which is that I could do the trading. So at the very least, there's that. That's the solace I could take in. From what I know, hard mode was broken, so dang. I'm glad they didn't do that again. I mean, if they did do something like that again, I wish they did it in a way where you could do it online with other players rather than having to do it in person or with another game, a physical game cartridge, you know? That's my biggest gripe with it. But not the stats. I see. But yeah, now that I got those 2 Pokemon, I just had to complete the dex and I can start getting Terrapagos and Pechalon. So I'm moving forward to basically completing that too, but I'm gonna hold off on that until I complete all my goals with Pokemon Bank, because Pokemon Bank is gonna close soon, and I just had to keep up with things. Honestly, I've been like lazy and procrastinating it. Maybe I should start doing Pokemon on stream. That way I can catch up on the stuff. You guys want to see me do the Pokemon Scarlet DLC and the Pokemon Sword and Shield DLC? Of course you do! Of course you do, guys! That's what you guys came here for! You guys came here to watch me play Pokemon! Wow! We're doing Pokemon! Yay! New project! Completing the Pokemon games! Every single Pokemon games! You heard it here! New project! Will you make soup with that turtle? Yes. Another series that will have only 2 streams? Exactly! It'll be perfect! You guys act like I'm a gaming streamer and not an art streamer. I just do games whenever. But I do have a lot of games I need to finish up. One day. One day. One day stabs you. But it would help though. Honestly, it would help if I did do Pokemon on stream, because then I can like use some stream time to basically completing that Pokemon stuff. Even if it's Scarlet and Violet, basically. If it's Scarlet and Violet and Sword and Shield DLC and catching the Pokemon there, that would be nice. And completing my Pokedex in Diamond and Pearl. As well as Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu. I don't remember though, did Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu have exclusive Pokemon? I think they do, because there's 2 versions, right? I know Arceus and ZA both have the convenience of having all the Pokemon in there, so you don't have to trade for it. But I know the games that have 2 series, they tend to have what's it called? They tend to have exclusive Pokemon. We'll get the Turret thing, yeah, one day. One day, chat, one day! One day all our dreams will come true. And I'll have all the time in the world. One day. There we go. Man, there's so much things to do though. Still gotta beat Final Fantasy 14 on stream. Gotta beat Library Runa. Gotta play through what's it called? Abiotic. Then there's the Power World, Terraria. There's a lot of games. Honestly, there's too many games at this point. Like, I know when people say like there's no games to play because the game sucks today. I beg to contradict. There is so many games that you can play. Gaming does not suck. We have so many games these days. Little by little, yeah. Little by little. Let me start the Pokemon project. Yay! I really hope though, whatever they decide to do for Pokemon Day, they decide to connect Pokemon Coliseum into the what's it called? Into the Pokemon Bank. That way we could transfer the Shadow Pokemon as well as like all the cool stuff from it. It's one of the main reasons I don't play Pokemon, even if there are things I like. I mean, you don't have to get both versions, and it does encourage you to kind of trade with other players. The only thing I don't like about it is when you get it much later and you don't find much players to trade with because everyone's trying to trade for legendaries. But in the early days with the game, there's so many people to trade with, and Wonder Trade is so much fun. The sense of community in Pokemon is really, really big. Right? And I never felt pressured to get the second game. If I ever get the second game, it's because I decided to buy the second game years later down the line and I wanted to replay the game. I think that's a good thing about the 2-game thing, is that like if you do the second game like 10 years later, it becomes like a new fresh experience. You're just locked from stuff without social interaction. You don't want to trade. But that's like the thing though. I get that, but at the same time, like Pokemon has been built on interacting with people socially in a way. Like the root of Pokemon, you know? And I get that's like, you know, not everybody's cup of tea, but at the same time, it's not as bad as you think it is. Good luck with the prices. I already got them. I'm considering like, what's it called? Getting the second versions for this, like for the 3DS games before the prices went up though. But I got like Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow. I got Pokemon Gold, Silver, and Crystal, right? So... But it's not too scary to interact with people, especially nowadays. They make it so like you could do the GTS, which is you put the Pokemon online and you say what you want, and if somebody else finds the deal agreeable, then they just trade. Right? You don't even have to interact with people that much. You can. They still have the traditional trading where you can see each other's boxes and like negotiate a trade, like say, yes, I want this, or no, I don't want that. But nowadays, people, they have a GTS option for players that don't want to interact with people, you know? And that's why I don't mind the whole like limited exclusives thanks to that fact, right? It's so easy to put up the Pokemon exclusive on my version and trade it for somebody who wants the Pokemon exclusive from their version, you know? Like if I have an Armor Rouge, then someone would want a Ceruledge, right? So I just make the trade very easily and I could just get another Armor Rouge. Well, when I was younger, it was possible to find people I could trade with. Yeah, but nowadays it's so much easier. Honestly, if that's something that's stopping you from playing the Pokemon game, the social interaction, then like I don't think it's like as bad as you think it is. But I have played Fates. I actually played both Fates, Conquest and Birthright, but I never played Revelation, and I think it's because I burned myself from the Fire Emblem Fates game. Because how I played Fates was I was getting every single social link. I was filling in the social link decks because it shows you like if you got all the social links, right? And I was filling that thing out. So I was grinding the same map over and over again just to increase their friendship level with each other. And honestly, that was like the wrong way to play Fire Emblem Fates. Because I did that for both Conquest and Birthright. So I never finished Revelation. Don't be like me. Don't be the completionist. Don't ever be a completionist, chat. It's a trap. It'll kill your love for gaming. How dare you stream earlier for once? I know, Moku. I'm sorry. I only played Conquest. Conquest was pretty good. Granted though, like, story was silly. It was like, we gotta go take over their kingdom in order to save them. While Birthright was just a murder streak, let's go to the kingdom and take over. Completionism is fun unless it's RNG hell. It depends, because I don't mind being a completionist, but I want to have variety, you know? And Fire Emblem Heroes, or Fire Emblem when it comes to the variety in like raising social links, it wasn't that fun. I wish there was a lot more things you could do. I mean, I guess I could have redone missions, but even then, it was like low-level missions, so... But that's why I like completing the Pokemon decks and the Digimon decks. Once I get into Time Stranger, I'm gonna complete that Digidex too. Okay. Being completionist is fun. It's just that it has to be fun to complete. Pokemon is very fun to complete the Pokemon decks too, right? Because how I did my Pokemon decks is that I would catch every single Pokemon I can. And any Pokemon I can't get doubles of for my living decks, then I would just breed them. So that was really fun. 100% Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5, but I came up because the game has a lot of RNG. I 100% Kingdom Hearts 1. I think I also did with 2. You still play Cyber Sleuth? Yeah, I did. Thing was though, I played Cyber Sleuth on my PS4. So I have to make a new save file for my PC. Cyber Sleuth was really fun though. I like Cyber Sleuth. I haven't played Hacker's Memory though yet. So Hacker's Memory is one that I need to try. I played it on the Vita. Oh, that's why I was considering like getting Digimon Time Strangers 2 on the Switch 2. And I kind of felt like I should have. After playing it a bit on the Steam Deck, there was it's a little clunky, but it's not too bad. But I feel like it would have been more streamlined on Switch 2 because it was designed for kind of Switch 2. That way I could have the portable experience and the Pokemon experience. Because technically, like playing Digimon Time Stranger on Switch 2 is like playing like a Pokemon game, you know? Give me a second, let me go check my Digimon. Okay. So you're gonna evolve into that. I could set you in the box right now, right? And I could swap you out for Fairymon. And then I could turn on your Evo timer. When's the 100% Q stream? 100% at a time! Oh, thank you for the follow! Who followed me? I do almost like 100% every other game. I feel that. I feel that. It is fun to do, and it makes it so like the game goes the extra mile because you get to really enjoy the game a second loop around. I don't even mind the RNG stuff. RNG is good or fun as long as like there's variety in the RNG. Like if you're looking for an item drop, there better be like different areas you could go, you know? Do the one that needed a second playthrough. I don't mind also like especially since like in Pokemon, literally just looking for shiny Pokemon is literally RNG. Okay. The nice thing about shiny hunting though in say like Pokemon games is that you can switch between Pokemon targets. You don't necessarily have to stick with like one target unless you're chaining it, you know? Birth by Sleep was technically way more grindy, but Chain of Memories was pretty bad. Yeah. I heard about the Chain of Memory ones. I think you were telling me about the Chain of Memory ones. Weren't you like the one that was telling me about the card? Let me go rest my hand. I've been like drawing like crazy for the last 2 hours. Yon! But I remember Birth by Sleep having a pretty extensive, what's it called? Collection route. Let me go stretch my hands. There we go. Popping my fingers. But I'm excited. I'm excited for that Cobblemon update. I'm just looking at it. 49 new habitats. Wow. Alpha Pokemon. Wow. You did 100% in Birth by Sleep. I enjoyed 100% in Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 because like they also have variety because you have mini games that you have to complete and all that stuff. But something about Kingdom Hearts 3 just made it hard to 100%. I think part of it was the stickers you had to take a picture of. I didn't find that one to be as much fun. My laptop forced itself off because it heated. But it was forced to update instead. No, I get that. I'm gonna go check my Digimon while I'm stretching my hands because I have 2 babies I'm raising right now. Okay, let me go feed the babies. Pre-DLC, post-DLC, pre-DLC. But I imagine post-DLC added a lot more. But I at least got the Ultima Keyblade, so... In Kingdom Hearts 3, I got the Ultima Keyblade at the very least. So that made me happy. Granted though, like, that sled minigame was like the thing that was holding me back from getting the Ultima Blade for a while. Fire Engage was fun to replay. Kind of want to draw the hero rings. I haven't played Engage. I haven't played a Fire Emblem game in a while. Like, I love Fire Emblem, but when I culled the games that I wanted to play, sadly, Fire Emblem was one of those games that I couldn't really commit myself to anymore. Right now, I'm committed to Pokemon. I commit my life to Pokemon. I'll die for you, Pokemon. Pikachu, I'll die for you. Combo variants for basic combat. Oh, added data battles. I know. The data battles are actually really fun, though. I done like 4 of them, right? And the thing was that it was really, really fun because me and my friends were challenging each other, right? So we both were trying to beat the data battles, and we took turns. So when I did a data battle, they would watch me, and then like when I died, it was their turn and I watched them, and we kept alternating. But I got really good at the game, and I was trying to like clear the battle data battles, and my friend wasn't. So they just started watching me do it. I know I beat in the gun guy, and I beat in the knife girl, and I beat in Zenma. I forgot who else I did. Final battle was so fun, yeah. But I won't lie that like I'm probably out of like practice with the game, so it's probably gonna be really difficult. But the thing is, like, the games are very methodical because the way you attack, the way you dodge, it's turn-based, right? The data battle reduced Kingdom Hearts into a turn-based battle. You had to dodge until you could find an opportunity to attack, and then you do a full combo, right? As big as a combo as you can, and then you do it again. You dodge until you can find an opportunity. It literally is a turn-based battle. More of a dance? No, I think Final Fantasy XIV is more like a dance, right? Because it's more about like dodging the circles, right? So you're doing your footwork, right? But for Kingdom Hearts, it's more like, in my opinion, like turn-based because you're mashing that button, right? Then you're dodging. Because Final Fantasy XIV is more focused on the footwork than Kingdom Hearts was. So replaying Fire Emblem Engage game was entertaining. Blech. Hey Akane, how you doing? We're talking about Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy XIV and Pokemon because I'm like really Pokemon out right now and Digimon. Like I'm in my Pokemon and Digimon phase right now. Do you hear this? You hear this, little guy? I'm gonna kill them. I guess it depends on the boss battle. Some of them can lower your max HP if you get hit. All things I know too well. Are you also like lamenting the Pokemon Bank closing? Because I'm in a speedrun rush now to clear all my Pokemon games and transfer all my Pokemon up. I got Pokemon Ruby to beat, I got Pokemon Platinum to beat, Pokemon Heart Gold to beat, Pokemon White to beat. Then I also have like Pokemon Red and Blue on my 3DS and Pokemon Gold and Silver on my 3DS to beat. That way I could transfer all the Pokemon upwards. And I'm also gonna like make a complete Pokedex of each one. I'm crazy. I'm not on that one, but my friends are. I also want to do the Ribbon Master. I'm going crazy, Akane. I might just become a Pokemon streamer soon. I just hope like there's either a new way to transfer or Pokemon companies like, sorry, we apologize. Kingdom Hearts and Digimon. Are you a Digimon fan too, Akane? Have you ever collected the V-Pets? Because I have some V-Pets here, right? You want to hear this one? Listen to this little guy. Here. Get tinnitus. Get tinnitus. Shake up the Digimon. Good luck. Yeah, it's gonna be a crazy road. Hey, Oscar, how are you doing? The microwave is aware, Eddie. Your microwave when your Digimon's inside. Chicken baby, yeah. I really like these little V-Pets though. They work really well for when you're drawing. Because like in between like drawing, I could take a break and look at my Digimon, then I could put them in the battle. It's really, really nice. And then like they grow, so they become Mega Digimon. I really like it. Which one is this? This one's the Pendulum Color. I got the Toho Braves, right? So right now I'm trying to raise Ravemon. Either that or Amamatsurumon, right? But the problem is with Amamatsurumon, I kind of want to go tread over a rookie again. But right now I'm trying to complete the album, so I'm trying to get all the rookies. So I'm trying to get Renamon into Pekmon, into Yatagarasumon, into Ravemon. So that's my current route on that. But I like collecting these little V-Pets. I have like two Digimon X's, XB and XC. I have a Pendulum Color Toho Braves. I have the 20th edition. I have the Nature Spirits Z. I have the Monster Hunter one. I have a Digimon version 1 color. I have the Godzilla one. The Godzilla one is very, very cute. I like the Godzilla one. Here, listen to what happens when you turn it on, right? Turn on. It has its own little theme song. It's cute. Same with the Monster Hunter one, right? Here, let me go turn on the Monster Hunter one, right? It has like little Monster Hunter sound effects. I love these little guys. I know they're like very expensive, but I love collecting them. I love collecting them. I also have like a little Tamagotchi too. I have a Tamagotchi Paradise and a Connection 3. I didn't care for the Tamagotchi 3 as much, but I love the Paradise. The Paradise is really, really fun, right? But the problem is I'm running way too many pets. I didn't know they had a Monster Hunter one. You should get it! You should get it, it's really good. It has all the V-Pet raising system, but also like in the Monster Hunter monsters, right? Here, let me show you guys what monsters you could raise on it. Let me go share my hobby with you. I'm sharing my hobbies with you guys. Sorry. Maybe I should go back to Cage. Yeah, you should, like, you know, get back and play it. Oh, there you go. Here, I guess I could shrink the screen a little. Let me go, like, shrink it a little so you guys see all the Digimon, right? It's gonna be a little, like, crunchy, right? But I could, like, talk about it. Like, check out Humalos. He has a very good website on this stuff, right? So here's, like, the branches for it, which is really cool. So you start off as an egg, right? There's a big cage panel? Really? D23? What's D23? You start off as an egg and it peeks out, and depending on how you train it and what time, you can either get Rathalos or Tigrex, Nargacuga, Rajang, Zenogre. Who's that one? Is that? I actually don't know which Digimon or Pokemon or monster that is. Wait, which monster is that? And I know that one's called the Soap Monster. I don't know what the Soap Monster's name is. That one is... Oh, Gormagala? Oh, that's cute. It's like a baby Gormagala. Is there a Deviljho? There's no Deviljho. And then you have the Soap Monster. And then you have like Kezu. Sadly, no Deviljho. And then depending on how you raise them from there, they evolve differently. So like baby Rathalos, Mitsuni. Yeah, Mitsuni. Mizusuni, right? So depending on how you raise it, you could either get a red Rathalos or a blue Rathalos. And depending on how you raise that, you could either get like the King Rathalos or Silver Rathalos. You could either get Blue Tigrex or Brute Tigrex, right? You get the different Nargacugas. Yeah! So it depends on you raise it. And the thing is too, if you raise all the Rathalos or all the Zenogres, you can get Greymon Rathalos or Garuru Zenogre. So it's like this combination mon, and they even have art to it. It's really, really cute. Right? Okay, maybe cute's not the word, but it's like a combination of Rathalos combined with a Greymon. There's no Omnimon though. It would be funny if there was like an Omnimon of them. My wallet, it's like $60 though, and that's only if you find it with free shipping. Which shipping is like $80 or $30 or $80 or $90. Oof. Got me into gachas. It's fun collecting things. Yeah, but it's really, really cool, right? I really love these dumb things, right? They're so good. And the thing is too, they have a Godzilla line, and I don't know anything about Godzilla, but 130 cat. I got mine when it was like around $60 and I had to pay $20 for shipping, right? Because I got it when it first released. But the cool one about the Godzilla one is that they have when will Alamon be made? I was thinking about making stream avatars and doing that myself. But the Godzilla one has a really cool one where they combine Godzilla with Greymon to make like a War Greymon G Erosion, where it's basically a corrupted Godzilla one. It's so cool. And then in the new version of the Godzilla Pendulum ones, they have a Godzilla Omnimon. Let me show you. Like, this is the coolest thing ever. Like, oh my gosh. Like, if you guys don't know what cool is, take a look at this. Godzilla Omnimon, a combination of Godzilla Garurumon, Godzilla War Greymon, to make Godzilla Omnimon. Holy crap! Yo, that's so cool. I want to buy this one too. Oh, they have me by the balls, chat. I'm sorry. They have me by the balls. They even have like a little like War Greymon and Metal Greymon, like what's it called in the new version? They have a War Greymon Godzilla corruption and a Metal Greymon Godzilla corruption, which is really cool. And they have like a Metal Garurumon Godzilla corruption, and they have a Black War Greymon Godzilla corruption. Wow! Oh, that's gonna be like $80. Honestly though, Akane, if you're looking for it, I would highly recommend AliExpress. Even though AliExpress has a bad reputation, like if you find the right one, you could buy it for like $60. American, of course. American is pretty cheaper, but yeah, I know Canadian is expensive. But yeah, I love my little V-Pets. Oh, and I know like they're very simple toys, but they're really fun to do on like, you know, they're like really, really fun to do on the side while I'm drawing, you know? They're really, really good. And the thing is too, like there's a website, right? I'm not like, I'm going crazy about this. There's a website, I bought myself an ACOM, so I can communicate with other devices. So I can communicate with my my computer, right? And because I could do that, I can upload my Digimon into a storage system, right? So someone made something called Naka Storage, right? Let me go show you guys really quick. Someone made a storage system, so now I can upload and keep track of all the Digimon using my ACOM, right? So here's all the Digimon I raised so far. Okay, give me a second, setting this up. Where is it? Here you go. All right. Here are all the Digimon I raised on, I uploaded to the thing. And it's really cool, right? You can see there's like Aryamon, there's Kagumon, Megadramon X, which I forgot to upload Dukemon, right? I forgot to upload Dukemon. Do I have it loaded? Here, let me show you guys the cool thing, right? So let me go upload Dukemon. Give me a second. All right. I'm gonna upload Dukemon. There you go. So I just have to connect it to my ACOM, right? Have you had a poison anymore? I've been killing them so much, chat! I've been killing them! I've been killing them all! Just so I can raise more Digimon! I've been overdosing them! I'm a monster! So there, I uploaded it too. See? There's Dukemon. Really cool, right? So now he's added to my collection. So now you can see on my Megadramon, he evolved to Dukemon. So you raise them and add them? Yeah! And the thing is, so the ACOM is like made by fans, right? So this is a fan-made thing, the ACOM. So basically, fans have been doing things with Digimon that the creators haven't. And that's what I always think is so cool, that whatever happens with the main games, the fans are always going to make something cooler. So this is something that the fans made. Have you oh, I read that. But also look at this. There's also a farm system that you can watch them all like right next to each other. Look at them, aren't they cute? They're just wandering around doing stupid things. I love it. This is my guilty pleasure. Speaking of which though, I found out about a game and I haven't been able to do much yet in it, but there's a fan-made MMO, which is crazy, right? Let me see if I can find a link to it. There's a fan-made MMO called Digimon World with Zero, and like how it works is that, you know, these VPets, is it basically an archive? It is basically an archive. But the thing is too, along with it, if I wanted to battle someone, I could like send my friend code to somebody, right? I could send this code to people and then we could have like a live battle with each other using our thing, right? And somebody else is making a Coliseum arena where basically it's focused on your PvP stats. This one's more focused on storage, right? But someone made an MMO. Let me go see if I can link the MMO. Give me a second. Let me close the window just in case it shows anything not savory in my stream. And this is what has me excited that I got my ACOM, right? Because the MMO actually uses your Digimon to battle, right? This MMO loads up. There we go. Let me log in, right? So here we are. Let me show you guys Digimon World basically. So this is Digimon World. It's based on Digimon World 1, but it's like an MMO kind of game, right? So in here, you basically have to get more Digimon to join your town and all that stuff. There's other players too. This is an MMO, so other players are around. They have tournaments on a regular basis. This is the one I was talking about, right? But you see how I have no Digimon on me? Digimonless, sad Digimonless, but there's Digimon here. How am I supposed to fight it? I can't just hit it with my pickaxe. Well, that's where the DCOM comes in, right? Or the ACOM. You have to connect the ACOM to it. So for example, let me go bring up my Aryamon. Okay. So first off, you would have to go pick the device that you have, right? And then you enter battle mode. Oh, my Digimon's hungry. Okay. Whoops. Okay, so let me go set it up for upload. This is all unofficial. This is all fan-made, chat. That's the crazy thing, right? This is all fan-made. This is not official, which is what makes it even cooler. Oh, give me a second. I messed up. Okay. So watch my character carefully, right? Watch the screen carefully. So I uploaded Digimon. There she is! There's Aryamon! Wow! And it follows me around. And then now, if I want to initiate with battle, with say the Lekmon here, I could choose battle. And then I had to do it from my little device. So I enter a battle mode, and I connect it with the ACOM. And now they're battling. They're battling in both the device and in-game. Oh, someone defeated Rust Tyrannomon. So now they're fighting. I'm not Digimon, Alan. Oh, whoa! I won that battle, see? So it's really cute! And there's like MMO quests and stuff that you could do, right? You have stats that you could do, like equipment-wise, right? Yeah! So they're like, oh, now I could like have to fight it because it has HP, right? So depending on how much HP it has. So, like, I think it has like 3 HP, this one. So in order to fully kill it, you got to do several battles against it, right? Oh, I got a skirt! So like if you look at it, it has 3 HP. So if I beat it 3 times, it'll die. But it looks like someone came here and hit it once. Right? That's pretty cool! But yeah, I found out about this and coolest thing ever. Holy crap. So it makes it so like it's really fun to raise the Digimon and bring it here. And they have tournaments on a regular basis. And their tournaments are theme-wise, right? It's really cool what kind of themes they come up with. Like they had one that's like hats. So if your Digimon has a hat, like mine does, you get bonus points. I never entered a tournament yet because the tournament requires equipment. And as you could tell, I actually don't have any equipment. Because like I'm still new to the game, so I have no equipment. But yeah, there's also like normal gathering things too. So there's actually like, oh, gather items, which I don't like personally. I wish it was just focused on the Digimon or having the Digimon do it, but you know, it's there. It's there. But yeah, it's really, really cool. Reminds me of Pokemon Dream World. Yeah. Like, honestly, like, the fans made something really cool. I mean, of course, it's unofficial. It's monetized. It's not monetized to a hard degree. It does have a Patreon, at least. But yeah. I think this is like a really well-made MMO for what it is, right? And it just reminds me of, like, the old jank of old MMOs, right? Like, Growl Online, Gaia Online. It has that feel to it. And I know that means that it's not really good, per se, and get repetitive and grindy, but it's nostalgic, right? But yeah, I haven't played too much. I still gotta get equipment, and I do want to enter tournaments. It'll be really fun because you have to battle other players' Digimons, right? So, and it's all live too, which is make it really cool. But yeah, let me go close that. That's what got me all excited with the ACOM, and I ordered that ACOM online from somebody, and they made it really well. And it's really cute too. It looks like a device. The only thing though is Digimon World doesn't do crossover, so you can't upload Godzilla or Rathalos into that game. But I think that's a small price to pay. Oh, did someone beep? You're Digivolving. Yatagarasumon? Wait, that's not Yatagarasumon. What are you? Wait, are you Weregarurumon? How did I get Weregarurumon? Give me a second. What? How did I get Weregarurumon? Wait, eh? Give me a second. I'm curious as to how I got Weregarurumon. Can a Weregarurumon still evolve into Platinum Numamon? Let me see. So I went from Tobu Catmon, into Weregarurumon. Ah, okay. Thanks for sharing. I love that kind of stuff. Yeah! If you guys ever want to try to do it or join us, or join it, let me know. I'm always happy to help learn it. That way, more people to play with. It would be fun to have a tournament, but I know it's like one of those things, you know, you have to have the device. Thing is though, chat, chat, that MMO and all these things I just pointed out, they work with the Digimon 20th edition, chat. You don't have to buy these $60 or other things. Where did they come from? Good question. Digimon V Pet, right? You don't have to buy anything really expensive. You could get one of these, and oh gosh, they're selling out, chat. You gotta buy it soon. They're selling out. There's only like 2 more versions. But one of these guys, you could buy it for like $20, and you could use it for all these. And they have an expansive roster, right? Like these things, only $20, and you could use it for everything I was just talking about. And the roster on them are crazy. Are you trying to foam us? Maybe. But these things tend to, like, yeah, go in and out. Like, Namco Bandai is really bad at it. Honestly, Namco Bandai is really bad. But if you guys want to see what Digimon you can get in these ones, here's a list of it, right? These are all the Digimon you can collect on these Digimon 20th editions, right? And it's pretty crazy. So, and all these Digimon you can bring into everything I pointed out. If you want a collection-wise with the ACOM, you could do that. Or if you want to battle in Digimon World, you could also use it there. Cheaper than I thought. Yeah. Well, that's because this is the international edition, right? This Japan exclusive stuff, which is premium Japan stuff, those things go for higher because Japan exclusive. But the one that's the international edition are $20. In fact, the DMX that I have, right? Which is really, really sad. The DMX. Back when I bought this, like 5 years ago, this little guy, I bought this 5 years ago, and there was so many of them on Amazon, and they were only for $20, right? Because that's how much they normally go for. But they're no longer in production, so now they're going for $80 to $100. I'm like, ugh, I should have bought both editions. I only have XB and XC. I should have got the XA and XC, or XD. XD, XC. But yeah, I'm considering buying another Digimon 20th, but even though the gameplay is the same, but I don't know. I kind of want to get it for the different shells, but other than that, yeah. But yeah, if you guys want to raise a V-Pet, just, you know, right now, $20. I don't get the hype of editions that are different. It's because they have different Digimon that you could raise. Because in the A version, you can get Agumon. B version, you can get Gabumon. C version, you get Coronamon. D version, you get Lunamon. And E version, you can get a Makomon, right? And because each one has its own thing, they can essentially, like, you can essentially have different Digimon you can raise. It's the same, but different PNGs. I mean, yeah, I guess. But that could be said about a lot of things. And that's a very, like, pessimistic way to look at it. But I wouldn't even say they're the same. They have different stats and stuff. But yeah, they are. I guess you could still say they're the same. And they are just basically simple LED toys. So yeah, technically they are all the same. It's just the interaction and the whimsy you have with it. You know? You could say the same with like other things, like Pokemon. Every Pokemon's the same. It's just that they have different stats. I'm just trying to be reductive for clarification, but then like that's too reductive because they have different stats. They have different typing. They can interact. You raise them in different ways. Like some of them you have to either overfeed, right? So it's very reductive, but it's reductive in a way that like you pretty much said like, so this food tastes like a hamburger. Well, yeah, everything could taste like a hamburger if you try hard enough, you know? That's a very reductive way of saying it. You know what I mean? But yes, it can be reduced to, yes, everything is the same PNG. In fact, like all the Digimon could be said to be all the same PNG. The same way all Pokemon could be said that they're all the same Pokemon. Or all the Digimon are the same. But yeah, that's like the hobby I got into. And I think it's really nice because it's very low maintenance. I think that's a nice thing about it. It's like I'm still playing a game while not playing a game per se, you know? I still get to enjoy gameplay elements, but I don't have to like turn on a system and console and all that stuff. And, you know, I get to do little battles. I get to have a failure state, which is like, if I raise the Digimon wrong, then I don't get the correct Digimon that I want to get and add it to my album or have it for battles. So it's really cute. I want to know if there's different types or is there any gameplay variety. There's no gameplay variety between the different 20th, and they're supposed to be one of those social things, right? So gameplay wise, they're not different, but devices are different. DMX has a level up system. The Pendulum Z, you have a level up system and have to shake it. The Pendulums, you have to shake it. The Digimon Color are the base system. Godzilla has its own system, so all the devices of different names have different systems, but the devices of the same name, like the Pendulum Z, Nature Spirit, Pendulum Z, Thief Savers, all those will have same mechanics, right? Sort of like how Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue will be the same game, but Pokemon Yellow or Pokemon Gold and Pokemon Red will be two completely different games. It's basically like that. But the cool thing about them is that they all connect with each other. So if you want to have a battle with someone who has a DMX, you can still battle them. Or if you have someone that's a Pokemon or a Digimon Pendulum Z, you can still battle them. The only difference right now is the color versus the non-colors, because they both use different interfaces, so you can't actually battle them across each other. And then there's like the different rosters too. So it's like, what roster do you like in your Digimon game? If you like it, it's then cool. I'm too cheap for it. No, I get it. I mean, you would like you would rather spend your money on books or something, you know? So for me, I like to collect these little guys. So everybody has their own thing that they like. There we go. Honestly, a collection of books would be really cool. I think the nice thing about having a collection of books is that you can put it on a bookcase. I think that when you can see it physically, it makes it really cool. That's why I like physical games more than digital games, because I can hold the copy of my game, I could look at it, I can lick it, I can taste the bitterness of the Switch 2 game console. And honestly, I feel the same way with books. Like, if I had to choose between digital and like physical books, I would choose a physical book any day. Same with manga, right? Like the physical, having a book that you can flip through is so much better than having to flip through it digitally. I know they've been trying to do things to make digital more nicer feeling, but yeah, can't beat physical. But yeah, if you guys ever want to try to get into the VPET hobby, you know, if you like Digimon, it's a cute little thing. Starting a little collection of anime DVDs. I want to do that too. Yeah, anime DVDs are pretty fun to have, and I know like anime expos tend to sell a lot of DVDs, especially since DVDs are like a dying breed versus like Blu-rays. Blu-rays are really expensive, right? But DVDs can contain all the episodes you want for a series, and they're much cheaper. Plus, I feel like Blu-rays have a lot less episodes than a DVD does. Like, it feels like a Blu-ray is like 1 or 2 episodes, and I guess it's like super high definition. But DVDs, you can have like a whole half season or even a full season, you know? to read, to be honest, since I can do it laying on my side or belly. I mean, you can do the same with a book. You can read a book while you're laying down on your side or belly. But yeah, that's why I've been into these little V-Pets lately. Because they're very cute, they're very easy to get into, right? The ones I'm getting are collector's editions though, so I can't say they're cheap. But if you guys get a DMX, the DM20, it is cheap. The DM20 is indeed cheap at the moment. Until they sell out, then they start selling it for higher prices. But at the moment, they are indeed cheap. Not for longer ones? I guess that's true. I mean, if you have like, say, Lord of the Rings, then yeah, a book like that would be hard to kind of read. Man, I am hungry. I'm gonna make some coconut curry today. It's gonna be so good. Do I have ginger? I did buy ginger. Okay, I do have a lot of my ingredients. I was thinking about ingredients. I do have chicken too. Ugh, but I am hungry. How hungry? But I think that's a nice thing. I think it's good to have a hobby, you know? I think, I know like people might say like it's a waste of money, but at the same time, it's the little things that bring myself joy, you know? In a way, a hobby. I mean, it could be argued that art is my hobby, but at this point, it's like a career. So it's good to have hobbies that are not a career. Maybe make some Digimon curry. Spicy Digimon curry. I mean, I could make Pokemon curry. Honestly, I like to experiment with the Pokemon, or with curry, like they do in Pokemon games. Like Sword and Shield made their Pokemon curry look really good. So sometimes I like to toss ingredients on top of it like Pokemon does. I like how every game though has to have some sort of like iconic food. Like I know there was like Pokemon, there's Pokemon curry, there's Pokemon sandwiches, there's Pokemon puffs, there's Pokemon poffins, there's Pokemon blocks. A lot of Pokemon games had their own like exclusive food thing to it. And I think recently they've been trying to do it so like the Pokemon food is something that looks delicious. Which, good on them! I like that. I like it when my food in game looks like something I could prepare or something I could eat in real life, you know? Same with the donuts. The donuts ones look really good. By bad financial situation or not using it. I mean, like, yeah, I think that's for anything though. If you're in a bad financial situation, you probably shouldn't be doing anything for fun, like going to Disneyland or anything, you know? But I think that's kind of obvious, but at the same time, common sense isn't so common nowadays. But yeah. I mean, that's the same with anything, like books, games, toys, figures, collections, right? If you don't have the money for it, don't buy it, you know? Is there a Pokemon food poisoning too? Yeah, they had raw Pokemon takoyaki. Oh man, I am hungry though. Maybe I should jump off soon and make some curry. Be a collector, never let them steal what you bought. Yeah, never let you down. I do want to collect so much things, like anime figures and stuff, but I had to call it out. Like, I had to choose what I feel passionate about, right? And while I do like collecting anime figures, maybe something of like what I like the most, I haven't gone out of my way to actually buy a full anime figure in a while. It is nice to look at though, and it does feel inspiring sometimes to look at it, admire it, kiss it, lick it. What kind of things do you guys collect out of curiosity? I know I just talked about my hobby and my passions and my stupid things that I really like the Digimon stuff. But what about you guys? Do you guys have anything you guys like to collect? I'm a big collector, if you haven't noticed. I like to collect Pokemon. I like to collect Digimon. I like to collect things. Not really. I mean, technically, like, in a way, you kind of collect books if you're reading all those books. You know? So that's something. I don't really collect anything. I collect games. Oh, you have mostly major consoles back to 1970. That's pretty cool. I think the game collecting is really cool. Don't collect anything IRL. It's pretty fun. It might not be for everybody and it can be really expensive, but if you have like something that you like even like if it's not even like something big, Like, for example, like I know you like Mushoku, right? So if you like Mushoku Plague, it could always be fun to collect the whole book series of Mushoku and have them on your shelf, you know? I wanted to do that with some manga series. It's like, I wanted to collect one of every manga that I've read, but that got really crazy because like having to find a manga and having to choose which volume I like the most, right? Don't have money. I get that too. Yeah, so some people might not be in the financial situation for it, but if you have the finances for it and you could like spare like $100 every month, it could be something good to kind of keep yourself happy or have a little like joy in your life, right? Just having like a collection that you can look at, and it may not be practical, right? There's no way that it's a good investment, whether it's Pokemon cards or anything like that, but it brings joy to assume that I have physically when I just started reading a month ago. I mean, oh, do you have them all digitally then, I'm guessing? But it could be like one of those things that you can move forward into a physical copy, right? Sort of like how when you found an anime you really like, you might want to like get the Blu-ray versions of it. That's always fun. Not even the Blu-ray, maybe you went with the DVD collection. That way you can rewatch it. I kind of want to do that with Pokemon. Like I enjoyed the first arc of Pokemon and I kind of want to like collect the Pokemon anime in a way. You surround yourself with things that you want to see or influence you. Yeah! It helps with being creative too, right? If you're like a creator and you like, you have things that you like, being surrounded by the things that like inspire you is always good, right? Especially if you like, you're a story writer or you're an artist. I wish the Pokemon games, yeah. That's why, like, I know sometimes too it can be pricey on release to buy some, but I usually try to buy like the copies if I can. Things like Mineral, oh, that could be fun too. Like, it doesn't have to be something that you pay for, right? I know a friend who has a, wait, I think it's one of you guys actually. You guys are my friends now. But I know somebody that, like, someone in chat collects rocks, and they showed a rock collection. It's really cool. Somebody has a stick collection too on Twitter I saw. That's really cool too. Like, collections have to be something that you like, essentially. It doesn't have to be something that you pay money for, right? It's something that brings you value. That's why they had a term for like a cabinet that it's like Alan's friend. You're my friend! Like a curio cabinet, the idea of collecting things that you found interesting, right? Because it's filled with memories and stuff like that. Those sentimental things is what like makes us human. Attaching a memory to an object, yeah. Your favorite aviators, yeah. Maybe I'm cheesy, you know. Maybe I'm cheesy, lemon squeezy, but I do find joy in collecting things. So if you want to find a little joy in your life, find something that you really like, you know? Whether it's a game or maybe it's some items, maybe it's like, I don't know, something that you can find on the ground. Like it could be something of symbolism. Like maybe it could be every day you go for a walk, you bring something home, right? And that could be a collection. He's not allowed. I actually don't. Everything that I have in my collection is all say-so. I'm telling you, the only thing on say-so that I do is the NSFW stuff. You guys convinced me to be evil. This is your fault, chat. You were the one that did this. Ooh. The only like adult game that I do have is not Black Souls. I don't even have Black Souls. I have is Darker. What's it called? What's that game called? Fear and Hunger. Would collect things, but most things I want are insanely annoying. Make them a goal. I think it's good to have like both a big collection and a small collection, right? So my small collection is the Pokemon games, collecting Pokemon, right? It's something I don't have to like spend a lot of money on. I mean, I guess you have to buy the games, right? But then like the big collection I have are the Digimon right now, right? And those are the ones that are pricey. So having a like expensive hobby and a cheap hobby is always a good balance. Seashells, but I haven't started. That would be fun. Seashells is a pretty good collection, especially since you could just pick them off on the beach. And I'll do it again. No, through Steam. Here's the thing though. Most loot games on Steam are pretty bad, right? Because they're not really games. So I don't know if I would ever play them. That's why like the only loot game I have played is like Black Souls, and that's because I got recommended it. No, like not the price. So logistics shop only selling in Japan. There's services for like that though, like buy with the services, or having like a proxy in Japan. And the snails, oh yeah, make sure they're dead inside. Gotta look hard. All right, chat. What NSFW game would you recommend to me? Yeah, in fact, put in the spicy art channel, right? And I'll review it. Let me see what spicy games would you guys recommend, because I actually do not know outside of Black Souls, and Black Souls is a special occasion because it was like one of the recommendations I got from 4chan before I stopped going to 4chan. Would have figured that out, but I have excuses. I have excuses but not spend. No, I get that. Only do it if you can, so like don't do it if you can't. But if you have access to buy and you have the money, it's not bad. And don't ever feel Flipwitch? What's Flipwitch? Steam only or whatever? How about Steam only? That way it's easier to link, because I'm scared of clicking links sometimes. Posted it in spicy? Let me go check. Let me go make sure that there's... Wait, no, I probably shouldn't check. I'll check it after stream. Actually, doesn't it show like a preview? Let me go look at a preview and see what you define as your spicy game. Okay, I had to like open so many windows just to get here. The Forbidden Hex. Wow, that's a pretty creative name. Alright, I think I'm gonna stop here on base colors, and I'll finish the rest after stream. But I'm gonna make some dinner. I'm hungry. I'm starving. It's gonna take me like 30 minutes to cook. So, thank you guys for coming. Imagine we hear a random moan on stream. Yeah, I kind of want to click it just to see what kind of game it is, but I'll do it afterwards. But yeah. Yeah, thank you guys for the stream. Thank you guys for coming. It was fun. It was fun yapping with you guys. It was fun talking about my hobby. 121's attention, no. It was, I don't have anybody I could share my Digimon hobby with, right? I kind of want to like talk my friends into buying one, but I know this is not for them. But if I could convince them. And like right now, I'm about to finish my DMX, right? I'm on my last Digimon I had to raise on my DMX, and I think all I had to do is get 3 care mistakes. So I have to be very careful with them. I think I'm going to do 3 hunger mistakes. And yeah. But yeah, I'm going to call it here. Thank you guys for coming. I hope, let me go check really quick. So I think it's 3 care mistakes and level 4? Level 5 to 7, but not level 8. Okay. So I had to be very careful to not level him too long or too high. See tomorrow? Yeah, I'll stream tomorrow. I should be able to do tomorrow, but Sunday I might not be able to, but we'll see. It depends on what happens on Sunday. But I'm going to call it here. Thank you guys for coming. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream as much as I did. It was a lot of fun. And yeah, hopefully I got you guys into Digimon. If you guys buy a Digimon, let me know. I'll show you guys some, I can show you guys the ACOM. That way you guys can also get an ACOM and we could battle, and then we can like let our Digimon like duke it out and see who wins. There are better ones, but NSF3s tend to be lower quality, yeah. Yeah, no, I get it. I know, I get that. The only one I could think up to, Dona was really fun. I really like Dona. Okay, bye guys! Bye! Just don't look at what Dona is. Don't look it up. It's a very say-so game. Very say-so. There should be like a safe for work version of Dona. The character design, 10 out of 10. Gameplay, 10 out of 10. Just don't look at the what the game is about. Don't look at the story. Don't look at the art. Okay, maybe look at part of the art. Safe for work art. Bye.